Hello. Here we are talking about the epilogue that I didn't even know was going to come out today or tomorrow. Excuse me, yesterday. And the Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 release date, maybe, the delay, or, unfortunate timing, on
Oh,
top of some. Oh, we also have Alonzi here. Hello.
hello, hello. Are we live?
We are live. We are indeed live
Yo,
for
what's good, chat? How we all
approximately
doing?
a minute. Let me make sure our mics are on the same level. Probably should have
Yeah,
done this
my
before. Yeah, it sounds good. It looks good here.
yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so we're gonna talk
Okay,
about the epilogue as
yeah,
well, because that's what a lot of people were talking about today, and I think we're gonna mainly focus on like the Sukuna and Uraume stuff. I think that's like the most important bit. Maybe some of the Yuji stuff as well.
I think it's all pretty cool to be honest. But
I
yeah,
don't
the
really
Sukuna
care
stuff
for the
seems the most
Nobara
relevant.
stuff.
Uh, I, yeah, I guess most people wouldn't give a crap.
I like the Yuji stuff especially.
I like the Yuji stuff. I love the I mean, I don't care for Panda at all, but I love the Yuta stuff.
Oh, I almost forgot Panda was even in it. To be honest, I forgot they had the Yuta grandkids.
Yep. Oh, that's so cool.
Bro, we're never
I
getting a
really,
part two.
well, probably not, but I can keep coping.
I feel like if he was gonna end JJK in a spot that we would get a part two, it would have been like he wouldn't have shown Yuta's grandkids.
See, that's what I thought at first, but it's a massive time skip. Anything could have happened in that time. Who
Looking at
knows?
Yuta's popping right in. Oh wow, I didn't know this was such a high res photo. Perfect. So we're gonna start by talking about the epilogue, and then we're gonna talk about the good old season three delay or like unfortunate release date of 2026 maybe,
Yeah,
and then we're gonna talk about Kagurabachi.
of course. Peak.
Peak stuff. Peak stuff. So first of all, what were your initial impressions of the epilogue when you read it?
Um, I wasn't expecting anything, so I was kind of going to be impressed with anything. To be honest, I really didn't think we were going to get much. But for what we did get, okay, sure, it doesn't really add anything to the plot. Doesn't really add anything to the story. No announcement of a part two. Kind of disappointing. But for what we did get, it was a lot better than I expected. To be honest, there's actually some good stories in there.
There are some pretty good stuff. There's some pretty good stuff. I like the first one I read was Yuta. Not Yuta, excuse me. Yuji. I kind of read them out of order. I read like Yuji, Sukuna, then Nobara, then Panda. Because
Yeah,
they were all out, and I realized that they were even released today.
yeah.
So the first one I want to talk about. Let me just pull it up for myself here, just so I'm not blabbing. Unfortunately, they released them a lot of sync, didn't they? Across like three accounts.
Yeah, there's like me and Mira posted some, and then I think Myth and some other dude posted the others.
I think Myth had the
Sukuna
first.
is me and Mira, I think.
Okay, so let's talk about Yuji first. I'm not going to show the images because I don't want to get annihilated by YouTube.
Yep, that's fair.
This is the last JJK spoiler ever. Think about that.
I mean, yeah, it was kind of crazy reacting to them. It felt like leaks were dropping again. Nostalgic. I liked it.
It is nostalgic. Hey Shiny, hey Grape, hey Plank, hey Adam. What is up, guys?
Well, everyone's heard it.
Plank said it didn't care for Yuta and Panda or Nobara or Uraume, but to be honest, who could really have been more suitable for the epilogue aside from Yuji? I mean, maybe Gojo's funeral would have been kind of welcome.
No, I think Gojo needs to be left alone. I like this whole Gojo off-screen thing.
The whole Gojo off screen. I mean,
I think Gojo was a message. That's what he was to the story. He was a message and a theme, and it got closed up perfectly. No reason to do anything else with it.
that's true. I
Like
wouldn't
I
have
get
minded
people
like
want to see him, but it's what it stands for. That's why it's like always kind of left alone. It's literally what Gojo said. He gets forgotten about, and it's not relevant anymore.
that is true. That is true, like a thematic level. I feel like there's a portion of me that kind of like I understand where the themes are in the story, and I do like how they're paid off in a lot of ways. I especially like how they're paid off with Yuji, Gojo, Sukuna, and kind of parts of Megami's story. I know I made like a whole video roasting Megami, but overall, I still think he's one of the better written characters in the story.
He
But
he got written to an extent. Some characters just never got written. at all.
I mean, he had an arc. I just don't think it got concluded in a very satisfying way.
Yeah, no, that's fair, honestly.
I mean, I ranted about Megami a lot, so I'll keep it brief. But I would say, as for Gojo, I would have preferred somebody at least saying something about, like, hey, man, our cool teacher died for us to get us here.
Well, that's fair. It's true.
Like, nobody said anything. He's like one of the only
Yeah.
people that died in that whole fight.
I would have liked to have seen. I kept looking on Yuta's shelf, hoping to see some kind of like Easter egg. I think that would have been cool if he'd put something there. I don't know, like Gojo's blindfold or something. But no, there was nothing. And I think that's a kind of wasted opportunity. Some acknowledgement from the characters who knew him and understood him, like Yuji and Yuta. That would be nice. Yeah. But is it needed? I don't think so, to be honest.
I mean, not like fully needed. Elro2320 says nobody else got a funeral, so why should Gojo?
I mean,
that is
got
true.
a funeral.
I mean, yeah, Sumiki had a grave. Maybe not a funeral, he just buried her.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But also, who else died? Like,
I mean, nobody gives a shit about Kashimo.
Like, yeah, Kashimo, Chozo, sure. Okay, maybe he could have got one as well.
I mean,
but,
Chozo also, like, kind of hard to sympathize for the guy that killed a bunch of people.
Hey, man.
At least for me.
Hey, this is Chozo we're talking about, all right? He can commit any crime under the sun. All is forgiven.
It is anime. He does have life out. Okay, you killed a bunch of people, you're fine now.
Listen, man, Gojo was there. He didn't have any problem with it. And whatever Gojo says goes. So, Gojo's cool with it, then I'm cool with it.
That is fair. That's one of the interpretations you definitely have. I mean,
I think Yuji was a bit too cool with it at first. He let that shit off a little bit too easy. But other than that, Chozo's my goat.
Chozo took a piercing blood and just, like, sandwiched.
I mean, Chozo killed him. Like, Chozo just straight up killed Yuji. And after all that, Yuji was like, nah, do you know what? It's cool. We're cool. And sure.
Don't worry about him, man. He had the brain awakening. Now, I find it kind of interesting that we have the Sukuna backstory in the epilogue combined with Yuji's current story. This is the last bit of Yuji I think we ever get to see in the timeline.
I'm uncertain when this all takes place. Like, is it... Because I know Yuta's one is 2080. Is it all, like... It can't all be way later, surely. Like, there's no way Nobara waits, like, just straight up 70. She doesn't look... No, because her grandma wouldn't be alive. No, there's no way. No. It has to all be different times. Sorry, I'm kind of like spiraling now, but
I mean, they have the whole Yuji and Yuko thing. Where he's sitting there in the snow, and I thought there was supposed to be some kind of parallel there between like Yuji finds a new reason for living, and Sukuna almost found his reason for living back in the Heian era.
Yeah. I like the Sukuna Uraume stuff is really good.
It is interesting that he was so close. Sukuna was so close to just like chilling out. No pun intended.
I mean, I love the whole thing of like Uraume was all, you know, oh, you don't get cold around me, and Sukuna was like, nah, you don't get cold around me. I thought that was really neat.
I think that is pretty neat. It's also neat to me that like he basically raised Uraume from the sounds of it.
I mean, yeah, like
that does not sound very like I like how they kind of show you the goofiness of Sukuna, because Sukuna is goofy.
I mean, it seems like Sukuna had a genuine appreciation for Uraume's talents. It wasn't like a lot of people thought it was just, you know, convenient. It was a convenient relationship. Sukuna got something, like good food or whatever, and tolerated Uraume. But it seemed more like a genuine appreciation of Uraume specifically.
I can understand how they get that
cool.
opinion when he kind of like stepped out of the way for getting Falco punched.
I mean, yeah, like at the end of the day, he is still Sukuna, you know.
That's true. He's an asshole.
And also, Uraume ran at Gojo. Like, come on, you gotta like get
I wish
real.
he did that to more people.
Well, yeah, that's very true as well.
That we got to see
I think we
more
definitely didn't get to see enough of Uraume. But what is so I've like obviously, you know, I've started writing my script for the review of Sukuna's little backstory with Uraume, and most of you probably haven't seen, but like I made a video where I wrote this backstory. Like for Sukuna meeting Uraume, I just wrote one myself, and it is almost exactly the same as what Gege has now released, which is kind of crazy.
That is interesting. Which video is that?
I can't remember what I titled it. It's just like the Heian era flashbacks are here or some shit.
The Heian era flashbacks. I'll have to dig into it more if it's not.
But I literally I word for word say like Uraume accidentally kills their parents with their ice technique, and then they become attached to Sukuna because Sukuna's like too strong to be affected by it. Someone they don't have to worry about accidentally hurting. And then that's like pretty much exactly what happens in this flashback. I was like, okay, cool.
It is.
Just
I mean, I do like that. What who was it? Adam said here that I like that's in Sukuna's backstory more than Uraume being a romantic interest. Yeah, Uraume is just someone he took pity on basically, in like the most Sukuna way possible, which is interesting to me. That like he wasn't always hateful, even in life. He was super bitter, but like he wasn't always out there trying to kill everybody.
Oh, yeah. Hella bitter. He just didn't understand anything. That's the thing.
No, he had no. And somebody asked, Plank asked, why would Uraume be okay with cannibalism? I mean, let's be real. Looks like Uraume doesn't have any parents.
Yeah, Uraume doesn't like. Look at the state Uraume's in. You think Uraume cares?
Yeah, Uraume's like, what?
Like they found someone who they're not going to accidentally kill, and it's the only person literally the only person they've got. Of course, Uraume is going to chill with Sukuna.
Well, someone must have taught them how to talk. But, well, actually,
I mean, yeah.
Well, that means they must have gotten their curse technique, not knowing how to control it, froze their parents one night. And then,
yeah, exactly.
Like, that was the end of their education. So they're like, cannibalism.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess in the Heian era, if like anyone's going to not freeze around you, it would be Sukuna.
Yep.
Or maybe like the other Six Eyes Limitless user. I mean, there were probably some better parental figures. Her parents were probably fodder.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
also,
they did die to a 6-year-old's technique or something.
Hold up, bear with me a second.
I got you. Sukuna is a great role model, says Grave. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know if I'd call Sukuna a great role model. I'd say he's definitely a role model for, I mean, a certain type of person. Probably not a person I want to be. Or be associated with.
Hell no. I mean... Oh wait, I had a point and I've completely forgotten. Damn, this lack of JJK is giving me brain damage.
The lack of JJK. It's hard to remember everything, isn't it, now? What do you think about, I'll ask you this. What do you think about the final words from Gege Akutami, the final volume?
I think... I couldn't really tell, I think there's definitely some stuff didn't translate great. But he seems just overall very grateful and kind of, you know, a lot of it seemed like he felt the need to explain himself for why certain elements might have felt rushed. I think he's aware. I think Gege is aware of what people think of the story. It was kind of nice to see him take it on board and like acknowledge it, kind of. But at the same time, like I think what he said is justified. Like there's a reason why, you know, the creators of massive worldwide shit like JJK aren't particularly active when engaging with their audiences is because a lot of them are
toxic,
difficult to deal with, you know.
Yeah.
It's not good for the job.
I would also say it looks like
I respect him for that.
He says that like he was overworking himself, which I mean, yeah, you can tell just by somehow some of his art turned out at points, and he redrew how the release schedule was getting towards the end. And the last, when it said like 5 chapters left, that's when it's like, okay, yeah, the guy's overworked.
Yeah, I definitely see it. Maybe being a thing again in the future, but it's unlikely at this point. I think Gege's done with JJK.
You think that Gege has damaged JJK?
No, I think he's done with it. I don't think we're getting any more from him. Done. At least, like, I don't know. He is working on something. I'm really curious to find out what he's working on.
I'm kind of curious, but like, I don't know. I like if it's in Shonen Jump again, I'm not gonna get invested. Personally.
I find it interesting that he knows he's overworked and he's gone in and started making something else. You know.
That's true. If he makes something like, I mean, he could make something a real banger. You never know. Like JJK might go down as like his first attempt.
It could be like the was it Yu Yu Hakusho to Hunter x Hunter?
That would be crazy.
That would be pretty sick, actually.
If he actually just like comes out with something even better. It's not possible.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I
definitely
feel like
not impossible. I mean, he is working on something, so like.
Yeah, depends. I don't trust Shonen Jump as a company or as a publisher usually. They always like when it gets towards the end of the manga, unless you're Oda, it seems like they're like you're a toothpaste. That's like your toothpaste bottle. It's almost empty.
Yeah, they just start squeezing that shit.
They squeeze you as hard as possible. Like get that shit out. Pump those
Mm-hmm.
numbers up. Jamaica Queens, what is up? Good to see you. And Zephyrial. Do you think they're going to add anime exclusive content for season 3? Oh, almost certainly.
I think we'll get a lot. Maybe not season 3, since I think season 3 is actually pretty well fleshed out in the manga. But season 4? Hell yeah. They better.
Oh, yeah, especially the Gojo versus Sukuna fight. That shit's gonna last a whole week.
I mean, yeah.
Whole week or two. Actually, how many episodes do you think Gojo versus Sukuna is gonna be? 2
At
or
least
3?
5, surely.
5?
I think 5. I think we can get a full, like, from absolute, like, Gojo getting unsealed.
I mean, like
until...
from the 200% purple to
from 200% purple. That's like 10. Yeah, 3 sounds 2.5 maybe. But they'll want to milk that shit as well, though. That's the thing. So I reckon they can honestly go for 4.
I'd be interested to see that. 4 episodes. I feel like an hour over an hour long fight. Let's see. What do you think about the comment here? It says Yuta managed to combine stacked up all the 3 major strongest clans into his bloodline.
Stacks up what?
All 3 major clans into his bloodline.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I don't know about how does he get.
I don't
know how he gets the Kamo clan. I understand Zenin and Gojo, but the Kamo clan. Where's that coming from?
Do you get a 6 eyes 10 shadows user? It's coming.
Honestly, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's the sequel. That's what he's working on.
I'd love to see that.
Jujutsu Kaisen 2077.
That'd actually be sick, you know.
He saw what Boruto
like a cyberpunk JJK would be so cool.
Cyberpunk JJK where it's like Boruto and like all the technology.
Yeah, bro. Sounds awesome. I'm so down for that.
He's have Kenjaku working in the McDonald's.
Bro.
He's just there.
Kenjaku's a burger, man. That guy got nothing at the end of the story.
Zephyrial says Sugawara, Fujiwara, and Zenin.
Yeah, so someone said in chat, this epilogue reminds me a lot of the Demon Slayer ending. I don't know if you've read Demon Slayer.
I have not. I see Demon Slayer for me was always just tiny people, tiny swords fight tiny people.
I mean,
that's what it always was. Maybe it's just because of the art style. Like I don't know if they were actually short, but they felt short.
They definitely look short, bro. When I watch the anime, especially, they look so small.
So short. I couldn't get behind it. They're like, all right, we're gonna do like our little spinny kicks and go like 3 feet off the ground.
Like Tengen was tall, Guillaume's tall. I think they're meant to be like normal sized people. I don't even know.
Muzan was kind of tall,
but they're still like I don't know. They're kind of stubby, kind of round. They're like 8 circles with a sword. That's what they look like.
8 circles with a sword. Yeah, that's accurate. Cyber Kaisen gonna go hard. Let's see. We have Flame is here. What's up, Flame?
Flame's robbing the Cyber Kaisen idea.
I'm gonna rob the Cyber
Hey man,
Kaisen.
I'm brimming with amazing ideas. I'd make this shit myself if I could animate and afford the rights to JJK, but it's besides the point.
You think we're ever gonna get a good JJK game?
No, no.
You think the
if we haven't got a good
too soon?
Bro, we haven't got a good Bleach game. There's like I've never heard of a Naruto game. Like
whoa, you've never heard of a good Naruto game?
A good Naruto game. Never heard of one.
Whoa. That's not.
I mean like a good, bro. The potential for games is not acceptable. A lot of them are just acceptable. I mean a good game. Like Marvel Rivals, bro. Look at Marvel Rivals.
Oh, lol, HF gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, man.
Oh yeah.
Gambler is now a member. Gambler's here. Didn't even know. What's up, Gambler, man?
Let's go.
And to all the new members, welcome. I will make sure to make a community post on this. I probably should, because like in the last 2 streams, there are a bunch of new members now. My membership has always been mid, I'll be honest, guys. We aren't exactly what we call professional. But we're going to get some... I want to make some members-only content. That's what Jada was talking about, right?
Yep. I should do the same. I'm a bit lazy. A bit very lazy. I also kind of want to make sure that it's like, you know, I have something to give the people who are members, but there's a absolutely like, you know, support. It's good. Go support Quirkless. Become a member.
That's seriously thanks to HF. While HF has been here, he's an OG. He's an OG. I was even looking back at some of the old stream chats. Ninja Store, and like, yeah, he's been here for the whole time, for the entire period of JJK. He's a real OG.
Gonna be at your doors, Al.
Yeah, you said that there are no good Naruto games. I resent that. There are definitely good Naruto games, like Ninja Storm 4, and Ninja Storm 2 was good too. Also, Ultimate Ninja Storm. There are also like some dungeon crawlers. What were they called? Yeah, you really opened up the crock pot. That's an interesting reference.
Well, like, okay, to be fair, I know nothing about Naruto, realistically.
All right. Well, I'm going to educate you on this.
I've never heard. I'm sure they exist, but like, one second.
Oh, they exist. All right, guys, everybody compile a list of the best Naruto games for me so we can go and roast this guy.
But yeah, no, like, I don't know. I feel like the way they do anime does games is like it's so wasted.
There were like whole ass games where you could like run around the Leaf Village. I can't even go like down Shibuya Station without DLC.
No.
That's all I'm saying. There are also like Nintendo DS dungeon crawlers you could go on. My sister was a huge fan of those.
Nintendo DS.
Yeah, dude, you should have seen it. My sister was like legit addicted to these things when we were younger. Where she was just playing these Naruto like there were turn-based Naruto games on the Nintendo DS that were Final Fantasy S. It was just a ripoff, for being honest.
My sister's got an obsession with DSs now, bro. It's like 2024. How do those things still exist?
Dude, it's Nintendo, man. They just repackage the same thing over and over.
Yep.
Actually, can I say that?
I mean,
Naruto had that many games. How many games are there of Naruto? You've really opened up the Pandora's box on this one. How many Naruto games are there?
I didn't know there was even one.
The AI overview tells me there are many Naruto games. Thank you.
Right.
Very. I didn't know that.
Well, there's two JJK games I'm aware of. Curse Clash is terrible. Phantom Parade is terrible.
Phantom Parade is still better than Curse Clash, though.
It's true.
It's also cheaper.
I mean, they're very different games, but like, yeah, much cheaper. It's fucking free.
The last Naruto game I played was Ninja Storm 3. That was a good one, Adam. I met a lot of friends on there. I remember I met some people on Storm 2 who had like a sweaty clan for it. And like all they ever did was power scale while they were fighting each other.
Oh my god.
Dude, that was like my first introduction to power scaling. And a funny story, there was back in the day, there was this guy named Flyboy Kai who would make YouTube videos about like as Naruto was coming out over Naruto Storm gameplay, and he was diehard that Obito was not going to be Toby. Like he made videos calling people idiots for months on end, almost a year straight, if they thought that Toby was going to be Obito. And then, you know, lo and behold, Toby is Obito, and he deletes every single video he ever made on Toby and Obito and turns off all comments on like 1,000 videos. Karaoke type JJK game would be peak. Or karate.
Oh, what?
I'm confused what this is, what Dice said here.
Kakarot. The fuck is that?
Did
you say karaoke?
Yeah, that's how I read it.
A karaoke JJK game, yeah.
Karaoke JJK game. Sing You Are My Special. That's all you got. Alright, it took me approximately 20 minutes to go off, completely off of the original topic. But let's talk about good old Panda. How do you feel about Panda being alive?
I mean, I was going to lie and say I wondered what would happen to Panda, but I just didn't even think of Panda. I don't care for him, to be honest. I feel like if anything, Panda was just an excuse to like, for Gege to show Yuta's grandkids. The actual Panda part of that seemed so irrelevant. It's like, okay, he turned into this tiny little doll and just kind of stays there stationary, but occasionally he'll like quack up a little bit. I don't really understand it, to be honest. I don't get it.
Not him. But let's say that Panda comes back to life. Well, Panda will be like the last living sorcerer eventually. He'll watch Yuta die and all his friends be gone. And there will only be the next generation. He can be there to tell the kids about the time Sukuna cut a guy in half. He'll be the only one.
If
Besides,
Panda,
like, Kenjaku.
nah, if Panda is like the sensei of JJK Part 2, then I don't want that shit. Hell no. Panda is Yuta's official pet. Yes.
That's what it seems like. Remember when people actually thought Panda was going to be him?
No.
Imagine showing them this. Okay, well, there was a time period when he was fighting Kashimo, and he was like, "It's time to unlock my final, like the final form I have."
Yeah, and he got one shot.
And then he gets one shot, but people didn't know he was gonna get one shot when that happened, so like the hype was real.
Nah, Panda's a bum.
Is a game from Goku's point of view. Interesting. Let me Google this.
I mean, I know nothing about Dragon Ball either, so...
That's true. Me neither. I know who Goku is. I know he's probably maybe stronger than Superman.
I don't even know who Goku is. Whenever I look up a picture of Goku or someone sends Goku in the chat, it's like one time he's got blue hair, next time he's got black hair, then he's got golden hair. I'm like, which one's Goku then?
That's Super Saiyan. Then there's like Ultra Instinct. You gotta go with the times, man. All I know is he's probably stronger than Superman because there's been like 50 debunked videos on Goku versus Superman that make me think like they can't all be lying to me, right?
I mean, from what I've heard, Superman clears Goku, but cool. I don't really fuck with either of them.
I fucked with Superman. I don't really give a shit how strong he is, though.
I don't care about either. Ben 10 clears. That's all that matters.
Thank you for reminding me of a new thing to go off topic on. Has anybody seen the new Superman trailer?
Yes.
Yeah, that shit looks ass. Like, can I say that? That looks not good.
I have literally never watched a Superman movie in my life. I know nothing about Superman. He just bores me. Not interested. I watched this trailer because people were like, "Oh, it's really good," and I'm like, "Okay, modern day Superman. Let's see if this intrigues me." I watched it, and it's a dude in pajamas. Like, I don't know. It looks like
it's literally a dude in pajamas.
I don't know. I don't know. It just looks hella basic. I can't lie. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Some people probably like it.
I mean, it looks like they grabbed a cosplayer. It's like a good cosplayer, but he does not look like Superman. It looks like the CW Superman if they gave him like 4 extra inches of height. Your boy Plank says, "I can't lie, Kenjaku just feels like a footnote in the story of JJK. Potential man, villain. He's more of a plot device than Hana, Yorozu. The Heian era are failures." I don't know if I go that far, Plank. I don't know about that. Always felt like Kenjaku was kind of a plot movement device, though, personally, so I wasn't that shocked when he got chopped. I didn't think he was going to chop that easily, but I was on the side that Sukuna was going to be the final villain the whole time. Because, I mean, first of all, he was inside the main character, and he was, like, wholly evil. We knew the least about him, and the other guy, like, Kenjaku felt like a character we needed to have the Culling Games and, like, you know, conflict happen until Sukuna's released. That's how I saw it. By the
time Kenjaku died, I was also thinking Sukuna was probably the final villain, but I didn't want him to be. For a very long time, I thought Kenjaku was the big bad, and Sukuna was the obstacle for them to get past to then face the big bad, which was Kenjaku's plan. But it was the other way around, and I didn't like it, but it is what it is.
Just figured that you can't really have the emotional payoff of Yuji versus Sukuna if it's like, all right, my entire character arc is over. Now I will fight Kenjaku, the guy I've never talked to, except for like that one time.
Yeah, I never thought it was going to be... I thought Yuji and Sukuna kind of had their own story. And then... Because this is why I was like, alright, as an ending, if we get a part 2, where then like Kenjaku is the main problem or something, I think JJK would have been incredible. As a story of Yuji and Sukuna, I think it's amazing. But obviously there's nothing after that. So I think Yuji and Sukuna should have got their payoff. And then everyone collectively, like, just like Gojo's dream, you know? Everyone collectively then has this Kenjaku problem. But that didn't happen in the end, so, you know, is what it is.
I was more curious than Kenjaku by the end to see what the merger was going to be.
Yeah.
Also, the insanity of Sukuna to say, I think I'll just fight that after I'm done here.
Oh, he would have got slammed.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way you're going to survive that. He did say, I did reread it a little while ago, and he said, I'll take a look at what Tengen's gonna be like, and then if it's cool, I'll have some fun.
I think honestly, he fully intended to just like fulfill Kenjaku's plan, and then like it seemed like he was downplaying it, thinking it wasn't going to be all that. I think he always intended to fight it, but it also begs the question of whether he knew about the whole merger, as opposed to just like a forced Tengen evolution, you know?
I hope the whole merger was cool. That we never got to see. I always liked the idea of the merger. Like, it was kind of a neat thing, but I was hoping it was going to be like a red herring, as in it would occur, but it wouldn't occur as some giant meat behemoth becomes the entirety of Japan. Or then becomes this thing for the entirety of Japan.
People wanted it to become like the rumbling.
I want it to be
I never really saw that happening.
I want it to be like Platinum Sperm from One Punch Man, where it's like we have all combined, and now we're just like an ultimate tiny person.
I thought it was going to be Mahito at one point.
Yeah, Jamaica Queen says, I would have liked to see the new Tengen monster as like a humanoid appearance. Yeah, it's just like you think it's going to be this giant kaiju, and it's just like a little rat man. Season 3 when, says 5. It looks like, it's actually perfect. Thank you, 5. Let's talk about Season 3 2026 potential release date. How do you feel about that?
2026 is like, I guess it's not confirmed, but it's not looking great for 2025. It probably will be like, I don't think it's going to be as soon as people, I for one thought it was going to start like summer 2025, like in 6 months time.
That's pretty soon. I feel like by the time,
I mean, a lot of people thought we were just going to get a teaser and a release date yesterday, and we didn't. So
let's see. I made a video on the season 2 release trailer like a year ago. How long was that from the time we actually got to see it? Quite a long time ago. They released that one and like they didn't announce it, or they announced it. They didn't show us a trailer until like March of 2023. Maybe Feb.
When did Hidden Inventory come out?
It must have been like,
because that came out first, and there was a little break, right?
There was a little break. Let me IMDb this real quick. Man, anime release schedules are not like they used to be. Or like Naruto, you should just pump that shit out every week, even if it was filler. It came out July 6th. Right. And it went all the way until December. Man, talk about farming content.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do something similar, but I guess not. It will probably start like late 2025, early 2026.
I'm convinced that release schedule is just for us.
I mean, look, they're clearly putting time into it. They've at least dropped Chainsaw Man Rezark trailer. So like, that's one thing off their plate. If they get that done, they can put their effort into JJK again. But I don't know. I don't know what they're cooking.
Speaking of which,
could be a while.
I'm gonna ask how people felt about the epilogue. I know Jaded was not a fan, as he was saying earlier.
I think Jaded wanted like something relevant. Like either just a straight up part 2 setup or some like power scaling and shit, I don't know.
I thought he said he didn't read the last chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen.
I think he read leaks.
Yeah, I guess that's all you really needed for that one, to be honest.
I don't know many people who have gone back through and read the whole thing.
I did. I actually quite like Gojo and Sukuna's ending. Nobody else, though. Tiberius, using his membership chat, says, like the stream and sub the Quirkless and Alonzi.
Hey, yo, shout out Tiberius.
Shout out Tiberius. Check out Tiberius's channel, guys, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool guy.
There's awesome stuff on there.
So close to 1,000 subs, too.
Yep.
Get him in there. Get him over the edge. And he's making Kagurabachi content now?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yes. The first Kagurabachi millionaires.
That's us. I can't wait till that shit takes off. I'm
Bro,
more excited for that
JJK
first
is
season
back.
than
Are
season
you
3.
happy? Of course I'm happy JJK's back. I mean, it's kind of back. It's back
For a
in
bit.
like the sense you're like, oh, we have some new stuff, and it's gone again.
It's back
But-
for like a week.
It's the first anything to talk about since September, though.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm hoping we get more, but it's unlikely. I'm looking forward to season 3. I think we just need to keep JJK content alive until that time, which might not be as easy as we thought, but we'll do our best.
Together we can. It's gonna be power scaling primarily.
Yeah, mostly.
Tiberius says he's
Hey.
got a Kagurabachi vid dropping in a few minutes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Kagurabachi's so
What's the
good.
next chapter of Kagurabachi releasing?
It's out.
It's out.
Out.
Dude, I'm
It
so
is
behind
out.
the times, man. Talk about it's that Christmas season. Too busy.
Every Sunday. Great.
Yeah, so guys, I recently read all of Kagurabachi. It's good stuff. I don't think it's as good as JJK was at first. I mean, I think parts of it are. It really depends where this next arc goes for it to like really pop off for me.
I think it's awesome. I think it's like these first 62 chapters are better than the first 62 chapters of JJK, with the exception of Toto.
I feel like JJK
Well-
set up its end conflict a little better. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I mean that's just something JJK did well. In general, like I don't think there are actually many other animes that do that. Gojo vs Sukuna was just such a big thing that was set up since episode 1.
I like the I like in Kagurabachi, the pacing does get better every arc, substantially.
Yeah,
Like the first arc was pretty good. I think it's hard to beat JJK's very first detention center stuff, because that kind of like played into the whole story.
yeah,
I
that's
think
good.
that's one of the I think JJK popped off because it had an incredible sensei character that people liked, on top of like a very engaging opening.
Yeah,
And
I mean
even though-
Gojo just did a lot for JJK.
Dude, he
in
was
general.
heavy. He was heavy lifting for the Jujutsu world and the actual world,
Yep.
keeping those numbers up.
For his
Truly the
birth,
strongest.
literally changed the balance.
Gojo's birth changed the balance of Shonen Jump.
I mean, it did.
Unironically.
Like,
Unironically.
it genuinely did.
You think he put that in there?
Gojo's
just-
impact is insane. Gojo wasn't really
Gojo
set
wasn't
up.
really set up. He definitely
Hell
was.
no.
He
No,
wasn't
no.
like as set up as he was later. But like you see him there, like you get the whole okay, I'm the strongest, I'll win, and then you have Sukuna pop out. They show us the first domain expansion. And Tiberius donating $5 says, Hokazono is only like 23 or 24, which is crazy, plus all the color pages. The villains were so
Damn.
strong, their introduction and execution are consistent. I think that is the best part of Kagurabachi.
Yeah, it's so good.
It
Like
did feel-
Sojo was
it-
such a great introductory villain, and then Kiora just like I don't know. I still think I prefer Sojo, but Samura is the goat. I don't even know if I can call him a villain yet, but as an antagonist, Samura is just the goat.
What did Gojo do, Grape Ass? Gojo said he'd beat Sukuna. And that's really all people wanted to hear from him. And then he said it again.
We all believed him.
Like, that's really all people needed to hear from Gojo was like, oh, dude, this guy's really strong. Are you stronger than him? He's like, yeah. I'll beat his ass. And then you're like, okay.
Just four.
Full capacity. Sukuna, forearms, Kamatoke, Hiten, all of it, everything.
I mean, you don't need a lot of setup. I wouldn't say he was like a super in-depth character at that point in the story, but like his fight with Sukuna was set up. And that's all you need.
Yeah. No, I'd win. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
no, I'd win. It's still like
you guys believed it as much as we did, okay?
I'm ready. I made a whole ass cope video about this.
Yes,
I
I learned.
I was Ty learned.
What up?
It's good
You
man,
are
we're live.
live on stream, brother.
Yeah. Wait, I am?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I thought you were talking about me yesterday. I was like, yeah, I did go there.
No, we're streaming right now. What's good, Ty?
Hello.
You guys, everybody
What's
here,
good?
check out Ty learned. If you don't watch him already. Great guy.
Let's go check.
Funny.
You're who's streaming? Alonzo or Quirkless?
I am streaming.
Okay.
Let me post our boy in the
Let's go
chat.
Yo, Ty, you read the epilogue for JJK?
I saw like what you guys were sending about it. I didn't read it myself. I heard it's like stupid.
It's pretty cool. It's nothing like game changing, but for what it is, it's pretty good. The Sukuna stuff is really cool.
Does Yuta have a grandkid? Is that guy in chat? Was that guy saying in chat real?
Yeah. Yep. It's like the year 2080. Yuta's got grandkids.
Yeah, you've got grandkids.
Panda's
They're
still
all-
Panda,
Panda's
somehow.
actually like a tiny ass panda bear. Really
Bro
regressed.
actually has the worst fate in JJK, by the way. He's just eternally stuck in a doll. That's kind of crazy.
He seems okay
Yeah,
with it.
Yeah, a couple of people in here, bro. You popping? Subscriber
Honestly,
only.
I
Though.
thought Kenjaku's gonna load if Gojo at the time. You thought Kenjaku was gonna load if Gojo? Had zero set. Why? He was just zero setup. He was like stated in the beginning the strongest of the modern era. Who pulls up to Sukuna and says, "I'm way too strong
Wait,
for you."
who
Beats
said
the
they
crap
thought
out of him.
He's going to mid diff it. Honestly, I thought Kenjaku was going to low diff Gojo at
explosive
the time.
great.
Gojo had
Bro.
zero setup. Gojo
there
said
was-
that, like he said that he was the strongest at the time. They mentioned the prison realm in like the first 50 chapters.
Mhm.
I don't think he would have done that.
Bro, from the start, like, there was no point in the story where I thought anyone other than Sukuna could be stronger than Gojo.
What do you think, Ty? Do you ever think Kenjaku was going to low diff Gojo?
Bro, no. Gojo
Yeah.
literally established as the fucking goat.
Yeah, he's like first thing. It's like who's the guy who can kill me? Maybe Sukuna. That's it.
Yeah.
Ain't no way Gojo was ever beating Sukuna. Serious Gojo cope at the time. I mean, that's not necessarily true, but we don't need to have that conversation right
We
now.
didn't even know what Sukuna could do yet.
That Sukuna stuff always gets to me because he... Listen, man. I don't care what anyone says. That man cheated. He literally cheated to beat him. I don't care, bro.
I mean, he saw Gojo explained his whole kit to him. Like, voluntarily
Exactly.
was like, "Hey, yo, Sukuna, look at this, bro. Look what I can
Kenjaku saw the
do."
manual.
Bro,
He went into
Kenjaku
the Gojo
didn't...
clan family home. I mean, who's gonna stop Kenjaku from taking their secret scrolls? Remember when Orochimaru and Naruto, like Hiruzen, like steps in? He's like, "What are you doing? Are you stealing the forbidden scrolls?" That was Kenjaku with the Gojo household.
Bro, I want to know if Kenjaku even knew about purple. Like, is there anything in the story to suggest that Kenjaku would have known about purple?
Maybe he just like saw video footage of it.
Bro,
and,
Gojo
There's
is
no
pretty
way.
much what, like... Gojo pretty much throughout the entire series is what Part 1 Minato was in Part 1, bro. He was just him. He just looked at as the GOAT.
I mean, he was kind of looked at
mean,
the
it's-
goat the entire time.
Of the modern era, Gege kept glazing the Heian era? Not really.
Did he?
I don't think the Heian era is really that crazy. The only reason why it may seem like that is because all of the characters that are kind of relevant in that era are supposed to be strong. But I don't think that means like
I mean, I
You know what it is?
I don't think they're glazing them.
I
Well,
mean,
the thing that gets
mythology glazes
misunderstood-
them more.
Is that like the problem with it is people assume that the strongest of the Heian era are stronger than the strongest of the modern era. It's not the case. In the modern era, there are legit 4 special grades. Officially, in the sorcerers to begin with, there is 4 special grades, right?
Yeah.
Those people, like, I reckon they're all kind of relative to like what your average sorcerer in the Heian era is, or like your strong sorcerer in the Heian era. They just have more. That's it. It's just there was loads of them. It's not
Yeah.
that one individual strong sorcerer
And
would be way stronger than
it was
people are now.
probably in a sense of like not the peak being stronger than the peak. It was probably just the average, like you know what I mean? Like it's probably just the average sorcerer around that time, more than likely, like because of the time period they were in. You know,
I mean,
they're
like-
probably like adapting to more situations, but I don't think it means like every single sorcerer in that time that couldn't kill Sukuna is better than Gojo. I'm like, bro, what?
I
Like,
never really know
the
that's
thing
not
is,
true, for sure.
there's like this big hierarchy where the strongest sit at the top. Bro, Uro was the leader of a Fujiwara elite squad. Uro. Now, I know Uro's no fodder, sure. But when people talk about the Heian era and Heian sorcerers, it's like, cool, yeah, we get it, they're strong, but Uro is just a strong, she's just a strong sorcerer. And she was like captain of Fujiwara elite squad,
I mean, she had
which
a
means the
domain
rest of them,
expansion
like,
with
the
a
rest of them aren't
spearhead,
going to
which
be
is pretty,
significantly stronger. Yeah, no, I get that, and
or
she is
assume,
hella strong,
yeah.
but she's not like, you know,
I mean, oh yeah, like no one's discrediting it, and obviously like Thin Icebreaker is cracked, but like she was the weakest one in that entire exchange with Ryu and Yuta. Yuta wasn't
I
even trying to
agree.
kill. Ryu wasn't even paying attention to her.
Bro, Yuta took an elbow to the face, and as he was getting hit, he was too busy analyzing Uro's technique. Like, he just did not give a shit.
The best thing that she did was send the Granite Blast back to Ryu, and that shit did no damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro.
She was squishy as hell, too.
Modern day is more top heavy, but back then they probably had more elite sorcerers, but no one like Gojo. Yeah, it seems like it does kind of seem like the gap between Sukuna and the Heian era is the same as the gap between Gojo and the modern era.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, but like Yuta, Yuki, maybe Geto if you're like hella generous, maybe. And
I'm
who
more
else?
interested to see what curse
Kusakabe.
spirits for back there, because if you look at mythology of Japanese mythology, like things like Yamato no Orochi, among other mythological creatures that are around during that time period, or the stories were made about, that's where the crazy shit comes from.
Well, the vengeful spirits that we never saw or heard of, or apparently had any interaction with Sukuna ever.
I'm more talking about like
exist.
headcanon of like if we look at JJK and how it handles mythology and how it takes place in our world. So all these mythological stories of like these spirits and things like the nine-tailed fox, Yamato no Orochi, it sounds like they were all real back in that world. They're just cursed spirits and things like that.
What is it Megami draws the comparison to like was it toilet bound
Toilet bound? What?
Nana? What's her name? Toilet bound Hanako? Someone in chat will know what I'm talking about.
Hanako.
Like
Toilet bound?
let me look it up.
Oh, toilet bound Hanako-kun. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a, I don't even know what it is. Well, what is it, like a scary story or something based on like, he basically said like Toilet Bound Hanako and the Nine-Tailed Fox is kind of like, that's the idea of cursed spirits, is it's these, things people resent,
It's
like the
actually
disaster
called
curses.
toilet bound Hanako.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
I'm making shit up.
I
Be
thought you were-
impressive if I
yeah,
managed
I
to just
thought- I
make
thought
up
you were
something
making
called
shit
Toilet
up.
Bound Hanako.
I mean, that sounds like something out of Doctor Who.
Do you know what? It does.
he's far stronger. I mean, if Gojo was in that period, probably could have became like way more powerful.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
so, for sure. I always say when Sukuna says to Gojo, "You are lucky not to be born in my era," I think it's the other way around. I think Sukuna's hella lucky that Gojo wasn't born in the Heian era.
Or he was purely chatting.
But yeah, I mean, he then he was being all cocky and then he got his ass clapped. So
I think people really misunderstand what Sukuna was talking a lot of those fights for like, oh dude, he was so cocky and all these things. It's more than like he was disappointed that, because at that point he thought he beat Gojo and it wasn't as hard as he wanted it to be. And
called
he
him painfully
also
ordinary.
we know previously he says to Gojo, "You're a nameless fish," but when he sees Gojo when he's released, he thinks the one who will teach you about love is. So the entire time he was like, honestly, he was sitting there looking at Gojo's power set, and thinking to himself, "This is the guy that can match me," and like that was in the back of his head the entire time. That's really what he wanted.
I think he did as well. Like, he didn't beat him, but I think he matched him better than anyone has ever, like closer than anyone's ever come to matching him before, ever.
Yeah, I think we
Like,
do.
he
Sometimes
left his
take
impression on Sukuna, which is impressive, I think.
I mean, Gojo doesn't even know that Sukuna felt like he was like he was in the height of tension or felt fear for the first time in 1,000 years. I think when we look at the narrator's statement of, oh, the King of Curses feels fear for the first time in 1,000 years, Gojo doesn't know any of that. And then he says Sukuna was holding back, which may be true, but he doesn't realize how far he actually pushed him.
Gojo didn't have enough strong opponents to actually grow in power. See, I think that's very true. I think considering like Gojo's strength came from himself and his experience with Toji. Now Toji was the one guy who pushed him. Imagine being pushed once in one fight, and that's how you get to the level you are, where he can contest Sukuna. Now imagine he's born in the Heian era, where there's like Toji level sorcerer. Okay, I can't really make that comparison because he's not a sorcerer, but like strong ass sorcerers running around like it's nothing. Like pre-awakening Gojo would get cleaned up by Yorozu, in my humble opinion. These are like genuinely hard fights. If he clears through that shit, I mean, I made a video on it, but like if he clears through that shit, grows in power, faces actual strong opponents, learns the like more commonly known secrets of Jujutsu that got lost over time, hell yeah, Gojo would be the strongest. Bro, imagine he got an open domain.
Tiberius says Gojo's the strongest, Sukuna's the best sorcerer. I've seen that posted a lot. I kind of agree.
Yeah,
but, like Gojo has the most
agree.
broken power sets. Sukuna wins because he just knows more about Jujutsu.
I mean, I think it was very clear. Like Gege said it. Well, no, Gege didn't say it, but like Gege implies it, and Gojo says it. That Gojo's technique is just outright stronger than Sukuna's.
Well, yeah,
His
it's
actual
one of those
ability
things.
is just beyond Sukuna's. It's just about Sukuna as a superior sorcerer.
The only thing Sukuna has over him, I mean, the anatomy. I mean, Sukuna's anatomy is pretty OP. For 4 arms, an extra set of mouths, an extra mouth. Also having the what's the other thing? I mean, if you swap power sets with the two, Sukuna still wins because he has a better understanding. Like Gojo can't even do domain amp on top of his own domain expansion at the same time.
I mean, see, the thing is, Gojo at no point ever needed domain amp.
I'm saying if you swap their power sets and you had them both fight each other, Gojo can do literally nothing to Sukuna with Limitless.
Oh, I see.
But it definitely seems like blatantly Gojo's power set's just better.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, honestly, Sukuna's technique kind of bum ass.
People try and downplay Gojo for being like, oh, he's only able to like, you know, be as efficient or more efficient than Sukuna because of the 6 eyes, or like he only is strong because of infinity. Like, yeah, no shit, that's his ability, bro.
Yeah, I think that's a
like you can't say to someone, oh, he's only strong because he has his ability. Like, oh, Sukuna's only strong because he has curse energy. Like, it's the same logic. It's silly.
Or like Superman's only strong because he's powered by the sun.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
no
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, yes, he's got these abilities. It makes him strong. That's the whole point.
It is really weird to read cope for characters that don't exist. It will never not entertain me.
Experience and lack of humanity gives Sukuna the edge. I wouldn't say lack of humanity really does much. Gojo definitely. I wouldn't say he wasn't exactly a princess. Gojo was a monster. He was a monster.
He even have his barrier.
Can you guys hear me?
That fight. Yeah, we can retime.
Yeah.
These wires work. Let's go.
Sukuna basically had to put extra arsenal in his body to get higher. What pushed him to become a cursed object? Heian era power. It's also the fact that, yeah, Heian era power, and the fact that, like, I think the most OP thing about Sukuna is probably his double. Well, the narration says it's his body, but if you had to ask me, I'd say it's the fact he has twice as much cursed energy as Yuta, and that he has the almost. Which kind of feels like bullshit talent of just, I see it, I can copy it if I have the tools necessary.
I always like that about Sukuna though.
It does fit his character. He's like, oh, I saw it. Like, every time. If Sukuna had walked out of that fight, he would have been ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, like world cutting / domain amp in domains, learning how to like make domain amp and your technique interchangeable. But realistically, the thing is with Sukuna is he adds all this shit to his arsenal, and it's like, unless a Gojo comes along, when is he ever gonna need any of this power? Everyone gets chopped in half by a dismantle and at most a cleave. Like, there's no... He never has to actually try against anyone ever other than Gojo, because he can just one-shot everyone in the verse.
I'm curious how close they got in the original Heian era fight.
They must have had some
That's the one
kind
I
of...
actually wanted to see more than anything.
I think they got annihilated.
I don't think
That was
so.
so fun.
I think he got cooked. and then
We know
pulled
that-
out the
we know
flame
for a
arrow
fact.
and ended it.
We know for a fact he didn't get cooked.
I mean, I don't think he
Cooked.
got beaten, but I think he got cooked.
I think he got jumped.
Like, I think they did
I wonder
something
how
to
that
him,
went
you
down.
know?
Like, I wonder who threw the first punch.
I mean, I think it was a plan.
I think he was just like walking down a street. It's like walking down.
It seems like he was
road.
just like the way we see him in this epilogue was like he just sort of was wandering about, and then casually just said like, "Hey yo, Uraume, my fucking fridge broke. Come be my fridge."
You think
I was like, "Alright,
Uraume
cool."
the fuck out before they jump.
I want to know how he did that. He pulled up and just said, "I accidentally crushed my fridge yesterday. Will you come and help me?" How does he? How? How does one do that? What did he do to his poor old, or whatever it's called? They'd refer to it as an icebox
ice
because
house.
obviously they didn't have a fridge, but it's the equivalent pretty much. What did he do to that poor thing? What did he just get angry? Did he stub his toe or some shit and just take all his anger out on his icebox?
Yeah.
How'd you crush it?
He just melted.
Did he have a house?
Maybe he just opened up his divine flame a little too close. Just melted his fridge.
He just melted it.
Like,
Sukuna is
fuck.
homeless like Toji? Yeah, like, does he have a house?
No, he doesn't.
Or
Need
does
a
he just,
house.
like, walk around with his little icebox?
I think he just walks around with his icebox. I think he just has like had it on a cart and like dragged it behind him.
He seems quite sophisticated.
I don't know if I call him. I mean, he's got the finer taste for human meat.
He seems
real
like
Hannibal
genuinely
Lecter
like
type.
upper class, like snobbish almost.
He likes. I mean, it is kind of funny that we see him just be a dork over and over again.
Mm.
Or like when you first see Sukuna, you don't realize like, oh, this guy's kind of a clown when
Hold
he's not
on.
fighting people.
Give me it. Yeah, I got
Ties being dragged away.
Like, bro,
I was fighting a war.
Man's
I,
got
lo-
kidnapped.
I love people in the house just coming in my fucking room unannounced.
It's a glorious thing, isn't it?
Oh my god.
How long do you think JJK is mid because we didn't get the icebox backstory? Bro,
The
true. I
icebox
need this icebox
backstory.
backstory.
You know what?
bro.
No. That's what we really need. That's what we
Like-
really need the sequel for.
What did he do to his damn icebox? I need to know.
He did the
No,
only thing
no,
you
it
ever
was
need
one of
with your
those-
icebox. I'm telling you,
It
he
was-
just opened up a divine flame, melted it, and he was like, shit.
It
It
wasn't
took you
strong
like
enough.
7 months to make that.
I get he likes to show off, but realistically, unless he's getting jumped by like hella people, like strong Yorozu level, unless there's like 50 of them jumping him, when does he even need a domain? When will he have used the fire arrow? It's dumb. He throws a dismantle at people, they die.
They were stronger than you think.
I don't get
Big
it.
curse
No, they
spirit.
can't have been that strong.
They had to have been. Well, maybe Sukuna wasn't that strong the entire Harrier era.
Oh, because like Angel is
That's probably what it was. Probably Sukuna wasn't at a pinnacle.
Yeah, until he was like, wow, my
Sukuna probably
dismantle's
had to
really
actually-
OP now.
Sukuna probably had to actually grow to reach that level. I don't think he just came out like as a baby. He's like, oh, I'm strongest there is. No training. Baby Sukuna take over the world.
Yeah, dude, he just came out with he came out chanting with like a full set of teeth for his Jujutsu.
That's why he doesn't have a mom.
The way he talks about it's like, oh, I even rejected the fate of being a twin. Like, you had a fucking choice. Dude, like, you're a
Yeah, I mean,
parasitic.
it's-
Like, you had a parasitic twin. That's all you got.
he didn't make the choice. Why was he talking like that, man? He accidentally ate his twin. You don't have consciousness.
Dude, he's got agency in all things. He came out.
He wasn't in there
was
like, oh
always
yes,
aware.
this thing looks tasty. Let's eat it.
No,
No.
he was like, this looks ugly. Ugh. All right, let's eat it.
I've been going.
Yeah, and then
real
he- and then he
down the
became
rabbit
it.
hole of like these Playboy Cardi remixes with AI voiceover of all these characters just spitting lines.
Oh,
Some of these lines
God.
sound so stupid when they're actually spoken out loud and you aren't reading them.
AI is the best thing that's happened
It's the best
in a
thing
long
that's ever
time.
happened.
It's so interesting. It's gonna destroy the world, but I love it. I'm so here for it.
I am here for it.
I'm here for the chaos it's gonna bring.
Thought Yorozu was gonna beat Gojo, bro. How?
What? What?
We're talking
I need to
specifically
know.
about pre-awakened. Specifically pre-awakened.
Oh, are we? I was
no,
talking
so
about
that's what you
pre-awakened.
said. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I
you
said Yorozu wipes pre-awakened Gojo. I think that's
Yeah.
fair because like domain diff.
Oh
but
yeah, but that Gojo doesn't really have anything.
yeah, but like just saying. Wait, grape. Clarify. Do you mean pre-awakened or just did you think Yorozu was just gonna beat Gojo?
Yeah, I was specifically saying that for Grape because I think Grape was like.
I hope so. I
confused.
hope so. I mean, Yorozu was hella strong. I think she downplayed too much.
Definitely downplayed
She's
too
definitely
much.
no. She definitely is strong.
Yeah.
She's like one of the best sure hits in the whole series.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but
Just
From
because
what
she
we've
went,
seen-
it's like Jogo syndrome, where it's just like, bro, you fight Sukuna or Gojo, you're obviously not gonna.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not gonna win.
I mean, she put up, honestly, I think she put up more of a, I know whatever Sukuna was holding back and trying to get Mahoraga to that, whatever, I don't care. Yorozu did just put up a better fight against Gojo than I think either Jogo or even Mahoraga did.
Agreed.
Like,
I feel like
chill out, my
Yorozu
boy
has-
Mahoraga.
Yorozu
I mean,
has
Mahoraga
a
didn't
problem
land
that
any
Jogo
actual
does.
hits. Yorozu, like,
he
battered
landed
that
a
guy.
hit.
Nah, but was it a hit?
well,
Like, an
like,
actual hit?
He overpowered Sukuna's reinforcement enough to take him off his feet. This is more than most people can do. He also made
Okay, but
Sukuna,
Yorozu,
shit
like,
his pants.
actually, like, drew blood from Sukuna.
I mean, I feel like... Remember when Sukuna... Let me pull up the panel. I have it somewhere where like he shits himself when he
I don't know.
sees...
For me, for the Mahoraga fight, it always felt like he was fucking around.
He definitely
yeah,
was, but
he totally was.
But when he made him... Like, we had like the oh shit face when the Blade of Extermination was 2 feet from his... 2 inches from his noggin. I mean, I feel like if he didn't dodge that, it might have gone through his skull.
Do you guys think Mahoraga beats Pre-Awakened Gojo? Pre-Awakened Gojo has nothing to beat Mahoraga.
Yeah.
Let me
Like,
pull
if
up
he
the-
looked at that thing, I get Sukuna's Mahoraga is probably stronger, whatever, but like, he looked at that thing and was like, I need a full output chanted red to blow it up in one shot. Pre-Awakened Gojo did not have that shit.
Yeah.
Yorozu domain move should have wiped Big Raga off the map, if not for plot. I mean, Mahoraga had already adapted. If he hadn't, then yeah,
The thing is with pre-awakened Gojo, like with his matchups, it's kind of weird because isn't it implied he's the strongest with Geto, who has like no feats at all?
yeah, they were the strongest together.
It's also themselves calling themselves the strongest. They aren't like we don't know for certain if they actually are or not.
No one else actually really treats them like they are the definitive strongest at the time. Because Gojo, like, asks Yaga right at the end of the arc, after he's awakened, do you think I'm strong? And he goes like, yeah, brazenly so. But it's not like they've been told their whole lives, you are the single strongest sorcerer
I
in the
feel
world.
like Gojo has.
Yeah, like Yuki at that time probably beats the bricks off of him.
I
Yeah.
think so too. I think she was the strongest at the time before he awakened.
Maybe she was just
Oh,
undercover.
her and Tojo.
Yuki
Tojo?
was a
Toji.
monster.
Bro, she's so cool. She gets downplayed.
How strong do we
Why aren't
think
you using
Miguel
reverse
was in
curse
his
technique?
inventory?
I don't wanna.
Bro, she's got RCT and the domain. Do you know
Listen,
how no one appreciates how hard it is to have both those
Toto
things?
versus Kenjaku is a top 5 fight in the show or in the series.
Hell yeah, bro. It'll be the best part of season 3. Easily.
For sure.
Watching
I
Kenjaku.
Bro,
love
the-
that shit.
One of my favorite panels in that whole manga has to be when Chosoto's the point blank piercing blood and Kenjaku's like skidding his brain so he can. Oh my god,
Yep.
that shit is so cool.
Bro, Kenjaku,
Spins
like,
his skull.
I love how he was there in that fight, overanalyzing, using his big brain against Yuki, thinking of all the scenarios, and she closes in, interrupts in, and is
Just
like,
calm,
and he's like,
just literally Iron Fist mains him.
bro, he deadass is just like, will you fucking heal? And she goes, nah, don't feel like it.
That fight actually made me almost think Kenjaku was cool. I'm like, damn, wait, maybe he's not so bad.
Yeah, me too.
Nah, but it made me realize Yuki is hella cool.
Wait, so Ty, you're also a Kenjaku hater?
I think for me, the presence and the build-up just doesn't live to the hype. Like he's just kind of lame.
He's incredibly lame, isn't he? He's just a brain.
Like
jar.
I think for him at his best as a character, he just kind of makes other characters look cool, and like actually likable. Like the Takaba fight, I'm not gonna lie, the entire time,
Tell me more, Ty, about how much Kenjaku sucks.
bro.
Nice.
The entire time reading that Takaba fight, listen, I love Takaba and I like the dynamic in that fight, right? But Kenjaku himself just like he's not in like he doesn't live up to the hype. He's not intimidating, bro. Like I feel like every other villain has lived up to their name, like Mahito, Toji, Sukuna, even the fucking like weaker ones like Jogo. Like they've at least lived up to the reputation that they had at the time.
That's true.
But
Very true.
Kenjaku's whole thing, right? Like unlike with Mahito and Jogo, Kenjaku's like presence remained throughout the show. Like the disaster curses were strong. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't think anybody's denying that. But past Shibuya, like You know what I mean? Yuji's not really worried about Mahito, especially after landing all those black. Like, come on, bro. Like nobody really cares about Mahito or Jogo
Poor little
anymore.
Mahito.
There are people who think Mahito beats current Yuji, my guy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I know.
That's just
that
stupid.
whole
Like,
that
No.
whole Yuji doesn't get
I would
stronger.
say
shit.
Kenjaku's pretty good for a brain in a jar, but like he's still second to Brain from Teen Titans.
I know nothing about Teen Titans, but I have just read an
I
outrageous
think he
take.
is. I think without a doubt he is the weakest villain in the show, like writing wise for sure.
Okay, yeah.
He does.
I
He is
agree.
kind of like a nothing burger.
Oh,
Like he's an almost burger. He's like you have the lettuce, you have the bread, and then like the meat's just not
No
there.
meat. No
Here-
meat.
Here's like what I think of Kenjaku. Like Kenjaku is the equivalent of a cake that's on display, but you can't even get the cake. All you get is the smell.
Yeah,
Um,
actually.
Sukuna
just wanna
didn't live up
read
to his
out-
reputation either. That's crazy.
I was about to read that. And also when he Grape said, I want to know what you think of this. First of all, Grape, yes, Yuki was a special grade before, but also Miguel would beat Ryu and definitely Toji.
He might be Toji, to be honest.
Like, would he?
He's a pretty good
I don't-
matchup for him.
Yeah,
I-
Miguel's kind of the best matchup against Toji.
They're very similar, but I just think Toji and Maki are they're just better Miguel, you know?
The thing is, for me, it's just the skill gap and soul split.
Best tools, bro. Like,
But for
Inverted
Ryu, I
sphere,
think
soul
Miguel
split's pretty
can.
good.
Miguel probably could beat up Ryu,
the
The
domain
reason-
is the problem.
The Ryu.
Yeah.
hate. Beautiful thing.
but none of the granite blasts are probably damaging him.
Yuta
Yeah, I
just
think in a
managed to walk
hand-to-hand,
through
Miguel
that.
probably pieces Ryu up a bit, but like, he hasn't got any actual. I don't know. He's just a punch kick merchant who.
I love.
I
that he just
bet
comes
Miguel
in.
probably hits harder than Hikari. I'm not gonna lie.
And Miguel got like the most almost like the most like little light
Tease.
peppering little like tease drip of all glades you could possibly have in the series of like, oh dude, he's almost like he's stronger than Gojo in the short term in base. And I was like, whoa, does he have a domain? No. A simple domain? No. So he beats up like
Just has hands.
a handful of characters. That's enough to body a lot of people.
Miguel will spin on his head until Toji catches him with Soul Split Katana. I mean, yeah, like what's Miguel doing against like Duran Egg Sword? You know,
Black Flash. Into
too
Black
much of a cheat
Flash.
code.
How many Miguel Black Flashes does it take to kill Jogo?
And Toji is a weird character to scale because of his scaling through Maki, and it's just because of the skill gap between them. So a lot of people like to. It's easy, like it's a little bit trickier to argue for him than Maki.
I mean, in physical stats, if they're equal, I feel like Toji is just outright better simply because he has Soul Split Katana plus other tools that he can hide in the worm.
Yeah.
Like, if you kind of took all their weapons away and were just like put them head to head, they're probably like dead even. I can't lie. But Toji's got that experience. He's a lot, a lot more calm and level-headed than Maki is, and he's just got way more stuff.
The only thing that I can say for Maki is probably because to be fair, we got the fights with Toji after he was kind of rusty, so we never got to see his training and what he's capable of physically, like skill wise. But I'd say like it comes down to if Toji's experience is better than like Maki's adaptation. Because I will say for that at least, Maki definitely has like some of the best adaptation within the series. Like besides Yuji, at least in terms of skill, she probably does have the best.
It was pretty good for that.
Who is the strongest person Kusakabe can beat? Jogo.
Jogo.
I mean, I think he wipes the disaster curses in 1v1s.
I mean, I hear the Jogo fans in the background. What about the domain expansion? He has like the best simple domain.
Bro, domain expansion what?
Dude,
No, just
wait-
Jogo is like...
wait,
Jogo is-
self-embodiment.
just
what's he
wait
doing?
until
It's touching him.
all right, guys.
Nah,
Here,
Kusakabe's touching him.
Oh,
fantasy Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's say Kusakabe.
wait, but isn't Mahito like a isn't Mahito like a child?
Kind of.
I...
That's wrong. We're on stream, Alon's. Come on, bro.
My bad, child. Fucking hell. Didn't think it would go there, but cool.
Continue, Kirkless.
I'm saying Kusakabe with 4 arms. How far does he get?
With 4 arms.
Yeah,
With
what if,
four
what if we
arms?
gave Kusakabe the
Hey,
Sukuna
yo.
body?
With the 2
Bro,
arms
wait.
for the swords and the
Yeah,
other 2 to cast simple
yeah,
domain.
exactly,
hold on,
man.
hold on.
Wait, but doesn't that work like Sukuna, like Hollow Wicker Basket? If you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hold that
how
shit,
far
the
does he get?
output's even higher.
How far does he get?
Hold on.
Bro, he if he can maintain that simple domain and boost its output, bro, he might be top 10.
All right,
No.
let's put it
Now
in
you're
chat.
gonna, now you're gonna drop if Kusakabe dropped his full potential and it's just the Sukuna panel, but it's Kusakabe with 4 arms and 2
It
swords.
just hasn't like
Oh,
he looks
hell yeah.
bummed. He's not smiling, and like the mouth is having a frowny face on his stomach.
I need to find this. I need to find this artwork. Wait, Ty,
The
you know
strongest grade 1 in history.
there's a panel of like, no, not a panel. It's an artwork of like Zoro's 4-sword style or something, and he's got like a blade in his mouth, 2 blades
Okay.
in his hands, and 1 blade in his ass.
No,
Guys,
There's
what would it
someone
take?
adapted that artwork into Kusakabe 4-sword style, and it's fucking jokes. I need to find it. It's so
dude,
good.
that sounds so powerful.
Here's the question: what would it take to get Kusakabe to top 5? What must we give him? All right,
Top
let's say all right,
5?
let's say no domain, but the man can have. Okay, no, if we give a domain, what would his domain have to be? He doesn't have a curse technique though, so it wouldn't really matter what it.
What would Kusakabe's domain be?
Bro,
The
listen.
incredibly simple domain.
A simple domain with just a simple
super
domain with a
simple
barrier
domain.
Super simple.
that they can't leave, bro. Just make it like a binding vow thing or some shit. I don't know, like almost like sumo guys. Like you go in and then there's no leaving. You're stuck in the simple domain. And Kusakabe's got his auto reflex. It just becomes a blender.
Okay.
Let's put this poll in. Is Kusakabe's
Yeah, it's
Sukuna's
cooking.
body top 10?
Hell yeah, bro. Listen, I knew Kusakabe was gonna cook from the second it was like, Kusakabe, you know, when they dropped the whole like, who's the strongest grade 1? And then I thought back to, yeah, right in the beginning, Gojo said he'd be way more worried about someone with good basics than a strong technique. And I was like, alright, I see what you're doing, Gege. Kusakabe about to cook. People really thought he was gonna get off-screened in the first panel of that chapter.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was just gonna yap to Sukuna for the entire chapter.
Hell no.
I
boy
thought he was gonna
cooked.
distract
They
him.
did the classic of having like Gojo in a cafe being like, yeah, by the way, this guy's like really OP. Did you know that? That's what he does all the time in that series. Where, like whenever they cut back to Gojo, he's just vibing, doing something else, and like talking about how strong somebody's like base ass technique is.
Honestly, if you count the hits, I'm like pretty certain, with the exception of Yuji and Gojo, Kusakabe probably hit Sukuna the most. Like in terms of
Bro,
actual how many
those
times he was
chapters-
striked.
When
London.
those chapters were dropping, bro, and then they were putting like the coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb, and it's just fucking Kusakabe versus Sukuna.
All right, but like, listen, coughing baby landing a hit on hydrogen bomb.
No,
is
he-
impressive,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, he was stabbing him. I'm pretty sure he was deflecting attacks, right? Or was he throwing them
Bro.
at them?
He deflected them, and they came out of nowhere.
Did he even have switch training?
He switched
Yes, he switched with
with
Yuji.
Yuji.
Oh,
which
oh
didn't
yeah,
help.
obviously, yeah. What am I saying?
I imagine he
That was
switched
the- well-
with Ino as well, because Ino had simple domain,
But
and
was
they've got
he
their
learning
little
from
relationship.
Yuji, or was Yuji just learning from him?
Yuji was learning from him. Like, what's Sukuna?
I mean, we know
Kusakabe
they
learning from
sparred.
Yuji?
We know they sparred with each other in each other's bodies because that was like the first panel before we got into the fight, where everyone felt like it was Yuji's technique that had soul swap, but it was like Ui's.
That was the weirdest thing in the entire thing for me. Is that like
Yeah.
suddenly Ui's like, yeah, by the way, guys, I can teleport us for the final arc between our bodies.
I still think it should have been Toto doing a soul swap with a adapted clapping boogie woogie technique. I think that would have been awesome. But it was
No, that would have
Brian.
been sick.
I thought so, but no, I mean, big up Brian. He's goated, or Ui, whatever you call him.
Wow, I just got a nice message from my friend. He paid me back. How nice. Some days just go
Right.
well. Anyways,
Kusakabe, big PP technique. He slams people with simple do.
Bro, I got
Right.
paid. Bro, I woke up, I saw the YouTube check hit. I was so happy. I'm like, finally, yes.
I see a message from PayPal like open up. I'm like, oh my god, who's
Not
taking
fucking
my
wrong.
money? It's like-
Wait, Tiberius, you go! I've been looking for this image for so long. Thank you. I'm saving this shit. I'm sending this to you guys. It's so funny. One
Kusakabe?
second. It's the Kusakabe one. I've been looking for such a
shit.
long time. So funny. Right. Let me put this in creators chat. Bum, bum, bum. There you go. Looking creators, guys.
Let's take a look at this. I'll throw it up if it's good. Oh yeah, I remember. He showed me.
Bro,
this
he's
shit.
got Soul Split Katana wedged between his cheeks, Nanami's Cursed Tool, whatever the hell weapon that is in his mouth, and
I
then
put
Inverted
this on
Spear of
stream.
Heaven.
Is
Oh,
this-
you're
is
the
this
one who made it
stream?
Tiberius. Yeah. I knew it was either you or like the other dude who's named himself Kusakabe.
Alright, we're putting it up. We're putting it up.
That shit is so funny.
I put.
I remember
LaRue
when
up
that
one
started
time.
circulating around my server because Tiberius made it. Like, oh, it's
Oh,
great.
yeah, you used to have a server, didn't you?
I still do.
Shit.
It's still vibing. I should be more active in it actually. It's a nice little community.
Dude, you left the Discord server to run wild. You're a brave man.
Hey man, I trust most of the people in there. They're pretty chill.
I know Fake Weeb shut down his. We're just gonna have this image up on the stream now.
Oh yeah.
That pic is cursed. Yeah. Luckily, we're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen series, all about curses.
True. Right, that version of Kusakabe right there.
Yeah, what about him? OP. All right, that one.
mean,
Now imagine
that's-
he has 4 arms.
Oh god,
Yeah,
that's
he
six
d-
sword style.
Yeah,
He doesn't need 4 arms by the looks of it.
Yeah, but now he can do
No,
6
no,
sword
no. He
style.
needs to carry 6 swords, my friend.
He can
Not thinking
rip
good enough.
Playful Cloud in half.
Inverted Spear of Heaven, Nanami's Cursed Tool, and Soul Split Katana. And whatever that is.
Which one even is
Was
that?
it-
Is that the?
It looks like
That's
is
strong.
it
That's
Dragon.
Yuji's sword from like.
I know Alon's doesn't power scale like that, but who's the strongest character you think Ino could be?
Oh,
Hanami.
that's a
No,
good question.
I think that's.
I forget how well his
How much damage did
dragon
Ryu do? It didn't do any damage to Sukuna, but I feel like being able to stagger and push Sukuna is a feat in itself. That I can't see Hanami doing that.
I
But at
think
the same time, I know people get pissed at me for saying that Shinjuku Toto beats Hanami.
What chapter?
No,
is
mean,
that?
Shinjuku,
like-
Shinjuku Toto beats up a lot of people.
I mean,
Agreed.
Toto was just keeping up with Yuji and like
Post
landing hits on
awakened
Sukuna.
Yuji. On a
Have you
black
seen
flash.
Have you seen the GIF like when what was it, like the rattle ball thing with like how like Sukuna's POV was when Toto and Yuji were swapping? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there are not that many characters in the series that can beat that.
I don't think Hanami can hit Toto.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
Hanami
also-
couldn't hit Toto.
Yeah.
Even back then, like Hanami couldn't hit Toto.
I feel like the only time where he'd probably win is like maybe in Goodwill when he like drops the domain on Toto.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
I don't
past-
see how. I
past
don't see how I'm getting
Goodwill,
a chance to
Toto
land
would.
it.
Yeah,
I don't see how I'm
exactly.
getting a chance to land domain. Like the second they're gonna try Toto's teleporting out.
Yeah, Toto's it's just him. He's just him.
50 swaps per second is crazy.
And he doesn't even have to use all 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toto's just the GOAT. I don't care what anyone says. Toto pulling up to that
Oh,
fight.
I'm
I don't care
looking at
whether the
the,
setup was good or not. It was elite. I loved it.
On the note of Ino, I'm looking at the panel where he pushed Sukuna back into a wall. I feel like that would definitely fuck up somebody.
Bro, Ino's the GOAT.
I feel it's one-shotting a finger bearer.
I think his what's it called? Kaichi thing? Is that his first move, the like spiral? It just looks strong. He never uses it on anyone strong, but it just looks like it would do hella damage.
There are a lot of things like that in this series. Like, I mean, we can't. There's legitimately like no scaling chain on the dragon besides like pushing Sukuna back. I guess you have to look at like what else has pushed Sukuna back and how much damage is that doing. But even then, that's kind of hard to tell.
Well, look, we know that it should, in theory, destroy grade 1 curses.
Well, I'd hope so. I'd hope so, considering he's a grade 1 sorcerer.
Well, no, he wasn't until
Well, he
up
wasn't, he
until
wasn't.
Shinjuku. He was like He was grade 2.
He was grade
Dude,
2.
what a bum.
He was grade 1 level of strength, but he deliberately chose to say he's grade 2 because he wanted to go the traditional route and earn his place in grade 1. He wanted Nanami to approve it. Basically. Like... He was always grade 1 level of strength. Yep.
Rip the homie.
It's still probably like... Well, actually, no. I don't even think that's the saddest. I think the Mahito shit with Nobara, reading that, like... I had to stop reading for a second. I'm like, alright, let me take a break.
I don't know why people have a problem with Toto coming back. It's like, that one makes so much more sense. Toto's not, like... There was never any implication that Toto was dead. He just needed something to get his technique back, which, like... No shit. It was gonna happen
also,
eventually.
who cares how out of nowhere it was? Yuji needed someone, and if the series ended without me seeing Yuji and Toto fight Sukuna together, then I would not have been happy. It needed to happen. Glad it did. It was awesome.
Agreed.
Could have been
Now,
longer,
when
though.
Nobara came back...
I
And
love
Nobara
Nobara's
coming
comeback as well.
No. That's where we
No.
disagree.
That was dumb.
We all love it.
Unacceptable.
They all love it,
Incorrect.
chat. They all love it. They're just lying to you, chat. They love it, really. Trust me. Please.
See, there's one
Nobara's
more thing I'm
comeback
mad
is good.
about. It.
I just
You
wish
may-
she pulled up a little earlier, man. But I get
She
it.
could've.
She just woke up at that moment.
No, she didn't. She was awake for 30 minutes. They literally say she was awake for 30 minutes.
We did get her in a
Bro, what the
car
fuck?
and like drive her over.
Yeah, she has to, like, you know, come to her senses a little bit. Probably drink some water, have a biscuit, you know.
Womp
Get in-
womp, you're dealing with the strongest sorcerer alive. When
Get teleported to the place.
Choso could still be alive if it wasn't for your 30 minutes need to wake up.
I'm just saying, like, if the entire country is on the line for the merger happening, I'm just like, all right, I know you just woke up, but here's a shot of adrenaline. Here's a cup of coffee. Get in there.
Exactly.
I'd like to see you guys do that. I mean,
Man,
I would,
okay. If
obviously,
the
just
world
'cause
is
I'm built
if the
different,
world's
but,
about
like,
to end, I'll do it.
Yeah, but
Alright,
no,
come on.
Alonso's the type of person who's like, oh, the world's gonna end. Never, give me 30 more minutes. I need to wake up properly. Even beauty sleep. That's what Alonso's saying right now.
Yeah, honestly, bro, listen. You guys all know, bro, because I do the same thing. We all have those days where the alarm goes off and we do not want to get up for work. We don't want to get up, go to school. We don't want to get up and do anything. 5
The
more minutes
world's
is the
gonna
golden rule.
end!
The golden
Never.
rule is 5 more minutes, bro. We've all got
There's
that
a
problem.
difference between 5 more minutes to go to work and 5 more minutes, and then Japan
Bro,
gets
listen,
nuked.
5 minutes is
Nuked.
5 minutes, alright? 5 more minutes.
No, man, you gotta
5
wake
more
up, and
minutes.
every day's a blessing. All right, you get up. That's all it is.
Bro. Listen, Gojo slept for 3 hours a night.
Yeah, well, Gojo was also like burning his brain with or like frying his brain with
Yeah,
RCT
and he's
24/7.
Gojo, so
He's
he doesn't
Gojo,
count.
man.
Nah, but like, imagine this is gonna be my new argument. I'll make a video on it. Would Gojo have beaten Sukuna if he slept like a normal human being?
If he had 8 hours of sleep.
Bro, mental nerf, right? He's lacking what? 10 years of sleep?
That's okay.
Fucking-
Just think about how much more you can learn all that time awake.
If he caught up over the time skip, delete Sukuna. Guarantee it. I pray Alan Z doesn't wake up one day with superpowers, bro.
Agreed.
Alan, stop this Nobara simping. She's 16, bro. You just made it
Damn.
weird.
That just made me
Damn.
quick.
Damn.
I don't know why he said that.
There's no
Bro.
slander. I didn't slander you that bad.
Where are these allegations coming from, man? I just said that Nobara's comeback is cool. That's a 100k view video? Yeah, bro.
I'm curious as to who we let's see. Okay, well, on the note of Ino, I'm actually very curious about this now. So you think you take on Hanami? How many
Yeah.
Ino black flashes does it take to kill Jogo?
He's never hit one, which is
Doesn't
upsetting.
need to.
First time for everything.
Probably less than 4. I think we can safely say Ino's attack potency right now is stronger than Goodwill Yuji, who needed only 4 black flashes to kill Jogo. So less than that.
I mean, Ino's like, he's now just objectively stronger than he ever has been simply because he has Nanami's curse tool. It goes overlooked, but he has Nanami's technique. He is just Nanami plus Ino. He's just 2 grade 1 sorcerers smashed together.
That's true. Like, is his technique as strong as Nanami's original one?
I
Probably
think so. I think
stronger,
I think
to be
his technique is better than Nanami's. Yeah, like.
That's a good point, actually. Okay, he can body Jogo. Write it down.
Perfect.
Yep, Ino slams disaster
more-
curses.
more
Nice.
Jogo
Locked
eight.
in.
No, I think Jogo actually might just cook him. Jogo probably doesn't
Nah.
have the domain.
Jogo definitely cooks him, but I reckon with if we say out of domain, I think he can handle Dagon and Hanami.
Dagon? I don't know, man. Dagon was
Out
pretty
of- out of domain.
Oh, out of domain. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like Dagon doesn't do jack shit out of his domain.
Exactly, exactly.
That's like saying like, dude, if I take this fish out of water, he drowns. Look at this.
I mean, yeah, like,
Yeah, dude, I
does
can
he
beat
win?
a shark if he's beached.
You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna go square up with a shark right now. We're getting it out of water. Let's go.
I'll take on a shark. Actually, no, sharks are scary.
No, they aren't. They're like sea puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
You
it
can
depends
train.
on
You
the
can
shark.
train them like a dog.
A shark?
Yeah.
It is funny how like if you go on like TikTok or Instagram and you see all these videos of people like, oh look, it's my pet alligator, and like these dumbasses in these comment sections actually think like, wow, he loves you.
No.
Like, you know,
does
people
not.
not know how animals work. No wonder people die to these things. Though, on a funny side note, it's completely unrelated. I saw a very, very fat black bear the other day, like painfully
Or
fat.
just out and about.
Yeah, just out and about. Think could barely walk. I think it's ready for hibernation. It was,
Oh,
it was a
hibernation
real
sounds-
it was a real chunker.
Damn.
Why don't we have hibernation? No one goes to work for
So
6
we gotta read
months.
JJK year round.
Ino versus Mahoraga. That feels like a bit of a setup. I'm not gonna lie.
Ino versus Mahoraga with
Dude,
no
Mahoraga
adaptation.
wipes. Enough of this. Keep
Yeah,
Maho
we-
out of it. Maho's
A
him.
little bit of a setup there.
Unfortunately, for everyone else, Mahoraga is like maybe a slight tier below Gojo base and speed. Not including blue.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I think like Mahoraga's just a bit of a weird one. This is headcanon, but I've always just kind of imagined Mahoraga can just adapt to whatever speed he needs to be to match his opponent.
I mean that fits the fanbook translation fanbook where it says he does whatever it takes to analyze and land effective hits. So if he has to go faster, he should be
Then he'll
adapting
go
for that.
faster.
It also seems
Yeah.
like he adapts to multiple things at once, even if it takes time. Because he starts
Yeah.
his red adaptation, then adapts to blue, then adapts to then he's still adapting to red. And then he adapts to infinity even more.
Yeah.
He's just him. Mahoraga is just him.
Mahoraga would get weaker fighting Ino. That's how he adapts to Ino. I mean, you say that, but like I do think Mahoraga is like I don't see him. I don't get the point in going like, oh well, Mahoraga is keeping up with Gojo, therefore he is like relative to Gojo or whatever in speed or like just below Gojo. I don't think that's really how that works because it's not like Mahoraga was, blitzing Haruta. I feel like he just kind
I mean,
of goes
he
at his own
he
pace until he
definitely
needs to get
could.
faster, you know?
He definitely could.
He could, yeah, but like he doesn't. That's what I mean. He doesn't need to go that fast. It's like I feel like he just kind of stays on the level of what he's fighting. With Gojo, I
don't
feel
know.
like you
I
had
feel
a
like you could definitely
reason to
land.
go that fast.
There has to be an upper limit because if he's analyzing to land effective hits, I feel like going at light speed would be pretty effective for a hit.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe the way his adaptation works is like he can only
Go like a
like
little
adapt
faster.
to reach what like Gojo is doing, for example.
Maybe.
Because Mahoraga pulled shit out of his ass, bro. He was just like, hey, look, I've adapted to Sukuna slashes, so here's a dismantle, and then throws it, you know? Now, adapting to it doesn't mean he should be able to replicate it.
It seems like it
But
seems
it's
more
part
like
of Mahoraga's
he
thing, apparently.
incorporates whatever he's seen. He incorporates whatever he knows. Anything
Yeah.
he can to analyze and land an effective hit.
He can change the properties of cursed energy as well. Exactly.
Maharaga's just broken.
I mean, he does, like, I feel like Mahoraga does just have the most versatility in the series. Like, it's not even just being able to adapt, it's just, hey, I'll just casually change my cursed energy so Infinity can't recognize it.
It's actually pretty good for cross versus if he doesn't get one shot. It's like one of the other characters.
Very good. Definitely.
He has some pretty top. He is the best hacks in JJK as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, yeah, like, unfortunately, there are a few things that, realistically, if you have, that's the thing with Mahoraga is like, he either slams or gets slammed. There's no middle ground. Anyone
I
who
feel like
beats
there
him
is
beats him
because-
badly.
you can have like a war of attrition with him, where like, oh, I found out too late, and then you die, and like you slowly get whittled. Like he might not have a direct hit to kill you at that moment, but like you're gonna get whittled down and die.
But you've still lost at that point. It's just a matter of when. But as soon as he's like got that adaptation down, it's over. Like you will lose. It's just a matter of time. Whereas if you're someone who like Gojo Sukuna, for example, it's not close because like they know and can just one-shot him.
It was
like it
is
close.
funny that at the point in time, if Gojo didn't have purple and Sukuna didn't have divine flame, they both would have lost against Maho in a 1v1 at that point when they destroyed him.
Throw him against Goku, his dumbass will give him time to fully adapt. Oh no, I mean,
The craziest thing to me is that
say Mahoraga beats Goku, then it is what it is. Like,
Mahoraga beats Goku. Dude, Goku just...
I don't think Mahoraga just gets punched.
I guess have to punch him, just throw a planet in them, or like throw a giant like just rip off the continent, just toss it at him.
Yeah.
but what if
There's so many ways to kill him, no including.
Teleport him into the sun.
what if Goku just like plays around a bit and then Mahoraga's adapted to Goku? Like, what if he just adapts to Ki?
I don't think I'm gonna be real. I don't think you actually can adapt to Ki.
Mahoraga versus Garo, who's
I'm
better
not-
at adapting? Well,
I'm not
maybe...
gonna lie. Goku's like, okay, Mahoraga definitely probably has like, in terms of like adapting to specific phenomena, he's better. But like in a combat sense, Goku probably like could outgrow him.
Yeah.
But what if Mahoraga just adapts to Goku's adaptation?
Goku just keep getting stronger.
Maybe he wasn't like the original webcomic initially. But like
Yeah.
One Punch Man is very much an actual
Yeah.
series.
His whole thing was that he just wanted to make like he wanted to put the character like at an end game level rather than having the MC build up to a certain level.
Yep.
And then start up the series like that.
The series is more about everybody finding out that Saitama is the strongest hero alive, which is actually done really well. It's a very hard thing to pull off.
Agreed.
Because like I feel like by the time, on the note of One Punch Man, by the time One Punch Man ends, it's really gonna be like, okay, this is someone only Saitama could fight, and everyone's gonna know who he is.
I mean, I feel like we're already at that point. Like we passed that point with Cosmic Church.
Well, we have Empty Void now. He's cool.
Let's do.
Let me pull him up.
I'm just
The
excited.
thing I
for
don't
him to
really
get
understand about Saitama is like, is he exclusively One Punch Man? Like, if he kicks
No.
something, it doesn't get one shot necessarily.
No, they still get one shot.
Because,
Yeah.
like, this guy, bear in mind, so far I'm an anime only. Okay, so I'm going to say some dumb stuff, but this is just what I've seen. Garo has run up to him, like, twice, and he's kicked him once, and he's chopped him once. And neither of those things, one shot.
He's not trying to kill him.
Yeah, he's not trying to kill him.
But he's not trying to kill anything. He just, every time he punches something, he goes, oh, damn it, I ended it in one punch again. Crap.
Oh, no, he usually is trying to kill the
To
monsters.
be the way Saitama does it, I guess like with people who scale One Punch Man, the way that people see it is that Saitama has like 3 to 4 levels. He has like a super suppressed state where he doesn't really like if he doesn't view you as a threat, or if you're not even like a human, he's just not gonna try and attack you. Then he has the normal punch, whereas like that's the normal punch is where he actually puts in effort. And then
Yeah.
he has the serious.
And it seems like, the biggest thing about Saitama is he's removed his limiter in that series, so his growth
Yeah.
rate's also absurd.
Garo in a certain point in the series has to break his limiter to get there.
That would be cool.
You never read it?
I feel like God. I feel like God has to be stronger than Saitama, right? At least right now.
For what we know right now, yes.
Like it's
Because
gotta be.
because even Garo with like just a it's not even God's power. It was like the boogers of God's sneeze, fucking like allowed him to it made Saitama grow stronger. Like Saitama had to surpass his limits again. So God is probably a lot stronger.
Yeah.
God's gonna be some serious. It seems like he can't enter the dimension. If you're unaware, Alons, not like major spoilers, but like God is like he gives all the monsters their powers in that series basically, but like it's like a sliver of his power Like he can't
Like,
really enter the realm from the. From
is
what it looks
God
like.
actually God, or is it like?
No, it seems
not?
like it's just like some eldritch entity.
Okay.
Like he can't really enter manually in the world, so he like gives off slivers of his power. And
he is probably really strong, but no one scales him right now.
No, we don't know how strong he. Well, we can only scale off his
The, like,
boogers,
aura.
like he said.
All we can really assume is he's stronger than Empty Void and Cosmic Figaro.
I mean, Grape has just confirmed for me that Saitama is stronger than God by saying Saitama is confirmed to be stronger than God. Make of that what you will. I don't know.
Is that true, Grape? Citation.
You have a source, Grape?
Citation, please. God is probably chained or unable to do something himself. Yeah, that's what I think as well. Daiken. That's what it seems like, where he's in like those little cubes. One Punch Man's are such a good series. It's a way better series than you'd expect when you first read it, too.
So
I enjoyed the anime. It's very good.
The anime is worse than the manga somehow. Even the first season, in my opinion.
Oh, I fucked with it. I thought it was
yeah,
awesome.
the manga is super good. Murata is amazing.
Goated artwork. He also has like Saitama turns 2 of his villains into his little pets. That's probably the best part of the series for me, is that like there's like this giant ass dog that's OP as shit, bodies a bunch of heroes, and he just one taps it, but like turns into a tiny dog. Now it's his pet.
Oh, yeah,
The Rover. Oh, Rover. Oh my
yeah,
god.
Rover,
I
man.
fucking love Rover.
And Black Sperm is also just there being fed out of a dog bowl.
Final chapter prediction. Saitama farts in God's face and poisons him.
I think he's gonna have an actual fight against God. Probably the only fight we see where he has like, I mean, if we saw something with him like that in the Cosmic Figaro fight.
Yeah, he has to go stronger against Cosmic Figaro.
At the end of the Garo fight, nobody could imagine his new heights, and God was watching the whole fight. Saitama and Garo were both growing in power. If Garo is making him grow in power, then that would have to mean God is stronger, because Saitama has to get stronger than Garo.
Yeah. Yeah, at the end of the Garo fight.
And the way that statement is said, Grape, it's not necessarily like, oh, his powers be like, it's gonna go beyond, like, it's beyond everything, and he's watching it. It's more so like the potential of Saitama, because we see during the fight with Cosmic, like the graph for Saitama, it just keeps going up.
Isn't that just all One Punch Man is?
Bald man. No, it's
Oh,
bald man. Multiple.
No,
strong
it's
punches.
fucking
So-
cinema, bro. It's cinema. That's what it is.
It's
Yeah,
peak
that's a good
fiction.
way. It is peak fiction and cinema. It's true.
No, it was my favorite manga at one point.
It would probably be like the biggest weekly manga on Earth. It was okay. That's crazy to take with One Piece, but it'd be one of the biggest if it was.
Bro, One Piece
For me, the
is
ending
still not the
kind of
biggest.
the ending of the last arc was just a little iffy for me, but on a reread, I think it's a lot better. Like the going back in time shit, it's not as bad.
I mean, compared to, I remember I read the webcomic before that, and I expected way worse. I like.
Yeah,
Blast.
the webcomic is kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie.
It is kind of shit. I remember I talked to 100 about this. He said he's not enjoying the new Blast stuff as much. He doesn't like Blast, which is okay. I'm just kind of shocked because I always like Blast a lot.
The Blast stuff is really good right now. I like it. But in the webcomic, have you read the webcomic?
I have.
Bro, like half of the fucking cadres aren't even there.
Yep.
Fucking Darkshine and Flashy Flash are like comboing on this guy fucking Garo after Garo already one-shot a Darkshine. Who cares, man? Darkshine's a bum.
Darkshine is a bum.
Also, Bang doesn't fight his student once? What?
No, I thought the manga was so much better for that arc in particular.
Bro, the Bang versus Garo. My god.
I was also afraid.
What?
I was afraid that they were gonna have the whole what do they call it? God, I'm brain farting here. I was afraid when they showed the Neo Heroes in the latest chapter with the finger. Was there a new chapter today?
No, so I'll go.
Whoa. Dude, I'm so out of the loop here.
Oh yeah, he throws like a dimension slash and everybody say that he's above fucking dimensions. Beats
Dude,
Goku.
I love how quickly people jump on this shit 'cause they want Saitama over Goku so badly.
Bro, they saw that feed. They're like, bro, he's 4D now. I'm like, bro,
He's 4D, man.
what the fuck?
Talk about being fucking terminally online where you're like, finally, Goku loses. Why don't you just make your own character at that point? Let's get your own shit
I'm saying-
published. Like, if you want a character to just be OP and boring, just go and
I
go write
want
your
to
own.
see someone become an offer just for the pure purpose of making their character stronger than Goku. That would
Look,
be
if you-
hilarious.
If you want to see something that slams Goku, go watch Tyler's video on Alien X versus Goku, bro.
No
Shit
cap.
slapped.
No
I'm sure.
cap.
I'm sure they love that.
Oh, I loved that. Shit was awesome.
I'm sure they loved
And
your
yes, Alien X absolutely deletes Goku, and I don't even know
Alien
anything about
X
Dragon Ball.
versus Goku. Let's see the Tyler video. Ben
Is
10
Jack
cool.
versus Goku.
Hikari, is Jackpot Hikari physically stronger than Yuta since he is more built?
They're probably relative, but Yuta's just got more feats.
Like if you want to say like punch to punch, I guess, but like
I used to,
defense-
bro. I used to push the dumbest agenda with that shit on Twitter. I'd go on there and be like, "This is Yuta's superhero landing. He crushes a bridge. This is Hikari's superhero landing. He crushes an empty shipping container."
No, yeah, I think in raw power, it's like who hits harder. It's probably Hikari, but you know, Chris energy, reinforcement, all that.
But can he beat Goku? Asked Jamaica. That's always the question. Goku fans, I like Dragon Ball for the most part, but like Goku fans, like they have to be at least kind of delusional, right? Sometimes.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Because like I've seen that man posted everywhere. He beats everybody, and I'm like, that can't be true. That can't be true. Does he beat Silver Surfer? You read comics.
No, he does not.
Yeah, Silver Surfer's pretty cracked, as far as I know.
That man accidentally goes through fucking timelines.
Right, let's get him past a fodder level 1 Time Lord first.
Fodder level 1 Time Lord.
Yeah, just some irrelevant Time Lord, bro. I reckon he still puts hands on Goku. Well, maybe not literal hands.
Where's that from?
but,
Is it Doctor Who?
Yeah, Doctor Who's
Yeah,
some
bro.
busted shit in it. I don't
like
know.
actually busted shit. It's still probably the strongest universe that I've seen. I'm not gonna lie.
One of my
Yeah,
friends
it's up there.
scales it. It is. I've heard stupid stuff that happens in that show.
It is actually just it borders on that actually dumb. Like the statements people want to say. I don't know if you saw. I don't. It's not a real statement, I don't think. But there's a thing on the Doctor Who wiki about like statements about the Doctor. God personally said the Doctor is his favorite person, and then under that it just says the Doctor is God. Like okay.
There are a couple of universes that it's always been between, if you talk like the most powerful sci-fi universes, it's Doctor Who or it's the culture.
It's the smart ones that are just like I don't know. I feel like if you've got that level of intelligence and like technology and shit, it's just who's beating you when you can just go, hey, I'm gonna time lock that shit. Now what? You know?
You have to fight another time capable species like the Daleks, which is what the other Time Lords had to deal with.
Cthulhu Mythos, go.
Like if you have like usually from whenever I see the most powerful sci-fi universes brought up, it's like Doctor Who or the Culture, which is like the Culture's book series. If you didn't know, it's
Oh shit! They
those
got
are-
Static Shock on HBO.
those are like the two most powerful, almost always, and then it's
Yeah.
probably something like Warhammer 40k. Because Warhammer,
Yeah,
like,
Warhammer
has
is
some shit.
really it gets really stupid.
Warhammer has some crazy shit in it. Not quite on the level of Doctor Who. Maybe sometimes it can be.
Wait,
I mean, Doctor
chat.
Who's very like sometimes it's incredibly chill and like basic, and sometimes it's actually just like omniversal level shit.
It's more so that in 40k, there are like they have like the warp. And there's a lot of like sci-fi magic hacks.
Wait, chat.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, chat. What's your favorite? Wait,
What is your guys' favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas with the
Oh,
Cranks.
it's got to be Home Alone or Elf. I don't know.
Oh my god, he's so real. So real.
Elf.
is goated.
Elf
Yeah,
is a
Elf,
good
we can
one.
ask it Elf.
Amazing, dude.
Of course, I've seen Elf. I saw that shit. in
Elf is so
theaters,
funny.
man.
I love that shit.
I was there.
So jokes.
Elf is a cinematic masterpiece.
Dude, Will
I
Ferrell.
watch
is
it
the-
every Christmas.
I thought you were gonna say you watch it every day.
No.
I watch
I do.
it every day.
Oh, this
I
pre-gym routine, bro. Slap on a bit of Elf.
How strong is composite Will Ferrell?
How strong is composite Will Ferrell? That actually sounds like a
yeah.
good video. Wait, who is
Dude,
the
scaling
strongest
like
celebrity?
composite actors, that could go hard. You go over the rules.
Oh no, man! I feel like Will Ferrell has like. Are we counting Lego Movie?
Yes.
Let me get Elf on screen.
No way, no. Isn't Elf like superhuman though? Because he's like, no,
Oh.
he was like throwing snowballs like
He's an elf.
with Blur at like
Hold
Blur
on, let me
speeds.
look up versus wiki for Elf.
He's Santa buffed. He got the Santa buff.
Versus wiki. Elf.
Santa buff.
He can react to Santa's sleigh. Hold on.
React to
Hold
Bruce,
on.
one of my mates said the other day he should make a video scaling Santa to JJK, and I was like, I'm sure it's doable, but like, how the fuck do I scale
Bro,
Santa?
Anybody who watches-
I'm really considering doing could Kevin beat Michael or stop Michael Myers?
Kevin.
Do it.
Yeah, the kid from Home Alone.
Oh
JJK
yeah.
versus
No, you
Santa.
should do that. We were talking about that the other day. You should do that video. I think that sounds sick. I
Composite.
feel like it'd be a pain in the ass to write though.
For sure. I'm probably just gonna
Composite
rewatch it over Christmas Eve and Christmas.
So, what do you guys think is the strongest movie monster?
Movie monster.
What are we including?
Like vampires, whatever, anything demons.
Movie monsters. Does Godzilla don't count, right? Or like no kaiju shit?
You can do kaiju's, but like movies only.
Movies.
It's probably just Godzilla or King Kong.
Yeah, big Godzilla, I think.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Strongest.
I haven't seen those movies, but I assume Godzilla. Well, no, I'm lying. But I mean the Godzilla. I haven't seen the Godzilla vs Kong movie. But I assume they're just relative.
He picks up a tiny monkey. No, he's not relative. King Kong gets slapped. Godzilla's just vibing, and he goes on like a Christmas quest to grab to grab like the ancient power to stop the ice kaiju, and then the King Kong picks up a tiny monkey and swings him around like a football.
Yep.
Damn.
Good. So King Kong is a small monkey level. Basically.
Wait, no, doesn't King Kong
there's
have
an
like?
orangutan in that
Doesn't
movie.
King Kong have like Stormbreaker or something?
Oh yeah.
He has the axe, but like he needs Godzilla's help to charge up the axe, and then they fight like the super evil monkey. And like when I say the super evil monkey, I mean the evil monkey.
Don't they fight Mecha Godzilla?
No, that was the other movie. No, this one they
Oh,
fight an
the
evil
normal one.
orangutan.
Oh great.
He was a spooky. I'm telling you, when I say that guy was an evil monkey, he was a bad fucking monkey.
Alright, I never really watched Godzilla or King Kong movies. I watched the first team up one, and then I was like, okay, I don't get it. I don't know.
I've only rarely ever watched them just because like one of my friends are super into those movies, and like that motherfucker will always like ask me if I can watch them. I'll be like, you know what, fine. And like for the MonsterVerse, I'm not gonna lie, the MonsterVerse Godzilla movies are fucking shit. I don't care. I think the first one and King of the Monsters are so bad. I cannot stand
King
those
of
movies.
Monsters is fucking bad.
But the King Kong movie, very good. I like that movie.
King Kong
watched
has
that shit,
quite
I
a few
think.
good ones.
Yeah.
What
I
was
like
it,
that.
Skull Island or whatever? That one was fire.
Yeah.
But past that, I haven't seen. And then I saw like the old Godzilla. Like I think it was like the 80s or 60s. I don't remember which one, but it was like super old. And it was shitty. It was just funny to laugh at. But
Elro asked a JJK question here. Does mythical beast Amber Kashimo surpass the limits of
No.
Maki and Toji since it's said to surpass human limits? When I hear that shit, like, it surpasses human limits, I'm like, you all do.
Maki and Toji surpass human limits too. Like, also he clearly didn't surpass human
By the way,
human
what the
limits.
fuck? What the fuck is this stream, bro? Has Eugene Will Ferrell as Elf on screen? Okay, the title may not be accurate to the presented content, but
It's
wait,
Christmas,
let me look
man.
at this. Let me look at this. You have Will Ferrell on there.
Will Ferrell's Elf on
It's-
Oh, hold on.
Put him off in the little corner.
Bro, has Eugene Will Ferrell on the screen?
You know, there was a stream a while back. I had Doc Ock in the corner and
Does
just
Mythic
gaslit
Beast
people.
Amber Sir? I don't think. If you're asking if that version, I don't. Okay, well, it's kind of two different questions, right? Like I don't know if you're asking if that Kashimo beats Toji and Maki, or if you're asking if the amp is better than Heavenly Body Restriction. Because I think for at least the first one, I'm a little iffy on. Like if Kashimo lands a blow, they're probably fucked. But I don't know if he could. But The second, I don't think the mythic beast amber I don't think it boosts you the same way heavenly body restriction does.
Bro, they gassed that shit up and he used it and they were like, Mythic Beast Amber gives Kashimo good reflexes. And I was like, alright, and what else? And they were like, a sound blast in it. And I was like, okay, cool. So nothing. He gets nothing. He looks cool and he has fast reflexes.
And then he dies right after he...
And he dies. It's like, he lands 0 hits on Heian Form Sukuna. Like, what are we doing here, Kashimo?
Cosmo's busy getting bodied.
This guy still has defenders, bro.
I was
Hey,
there.
that's my
I
goat.
was
Leave him
on
alone.
the OG. I was on
That
the
is my
OG.
goat. That is my goat.
And then he
Oh,
just
gosh, man.
glazes Sukuna. Just hard glazes Sukuna. He uses his X-ray vision to go, oh my god, he is perfection.
I mean, who else is
And he
left?
clearly-
It's gonna look cool.
Bro, you telling me... I don't get it.
Bro,
Also,
it was his goal.
why is X-ray vision helping him see this? He sees an X-ray of Sukuna and he's like, oh my god, he's perfect. If he doesn't have the X-ray, what's the
emphasize
difference?
He saw the extra pair of lungs.
He
saw his bones.
They both strive for the strongest, but they achieve it through different means.
That's what anime is all about.
It's called fire writing. No, I'm just kidding. That fight sucks.
It's so bad.
Fire.
No,
and
I
Gege's
really
peak.
do. And I'm a Kashimo fan, bro.
I'm upset because I saw a fan animation of Kashimo vs Sukuna and it was so good and it made me realize that the anime is going to make that fight. The anime is going to make Kashimo
The anime's gonna
seem a
save
lot
that fight.
stronger than he is, and I might, maybe find Kashimo cool if the anime does it right. I'm willing to change. However, his writing, it will never captivate me, ever.
Well, okay. I think I do like his writing, but I think his performance in that fight is
I like what his writing was set up to be, I don't like how it concluded.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still feel like it would have been better if Kashimo fought Sukuna before Gojo did.
Also,
What grade
Kashimo should have
would
beat someone
Moomin Rider
strong.
be in JJK? Well, if we use I think webcomic Moomin might honestly be special grade because he's like stronger than fucking Tank Top Master now. But if we're talking about current, honestly, he doesn't really have any AP feats. He just has speed feats. He just reacts to Tank Top Master and Garo.
I think Moomin Rider's gonna break his limiter.
Oh, that would be sick. I hope not though. I'm not
He
gonna
just
lie. I
comes
don't.
in.
I'm not. I like Moomin Rider, but I'm not like. I don't know. There's a lot of people that like glaze him. That he's like top 1 character. I'm like, all right, listen, he's cool. He enhances the themes of the story. I don't
Just a
think he's
guy.
fucking. I don't. Yeah, like bro, on TikTok, that shit is so annoying. Oh my god, Moomin Rider! Oh, he's so cool. Like he stood up to Deep Sea King. I'm like, bro.
Dude, that was like 10 years ago. Chill, guys.
Yeah, literally, bro. Like, I don't
Like,
give a fuck
10 years
anymore.
ago.
I've reread this manga like 7 times. This honestly is probably the one manga I've reread the most, bro. I reread that shit that like 5 to 7 times, bro. I don't care anymore. I'm over it. I like
Fucking
Garo.
Deep Sea King's been dead for 10 years, guys. Let it go.
That ass. Let it go, man. Go check out Garo or Genesis' new upgrades, bro. Fuck Moomin Rider.
It's crazy to me that like we only in the last few years got the Cosmic Fear Garo fight after it's been in the webcomic for like nearly a decade.
Yeah. Wait, no, I don't think Cosmic Fear was in the webcomic.
No, he was like a big ugly ass monster form. They definitely added Cosmic Fear, but I mean, like that fight, that portion of the art.
Oh yeah, no, that shit is garbage. Yeah, because it's the I in the webcomic it's just the fat monster form that we see in the manga. But then, and they decided to go a different route with the Cosmic Fear. Because originally, were you reading it week to week?
Yes.
Yeah, so you remember the redraws, right? Like the first fight was them like sitting at the table, and then it just gets retconned because they thought that like everybody was getting mad.
Oh yeah, I do vaguely
That it was
remember
just
that.
like all coming. Yeah, I mean, I do like that fight with Garo and Saitama, but for that to be the last fight in the series or like in the arc, that would have been fucking ass.
Yeah, I feel like the webcomic's just gonna take a back seat. I don't like maybe a hot take. I don't give a fuck if the webcomic just never continues.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I would like for the only reason I wanted to continue is just so I could predict what happens in the manga. That's it. But
Yeah.
Should I
'Cause have
should
you-
I just
have
like
you
read
seen,
the
like-
manga? Or do I need to read the webcomic
No,
too?
No,
Alon's-
read the manga. Read the manga. The
Alright.
the only thing that the webcomic gives us is just like what arcs are in order.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you read the webcomic and then you can pretend you predicted it later.
Exactly.
Cool.
That's what I did. But don't do that. Just read the manga.
Understood.
But no, yeah, cause fucking like the Metal Knight stuff, like concept. That's what I like about the one. It's just the concepts, like conceptually, Metal Knight fighting fucking like trying to take over the world, and then Genos finds out that he's the one who just like caused him to be this way, and it's him and Drive oh my, that's fucking cinema, bro. Murata's gonna cook.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I hope Genos
And we're finally gonna get a
actually gets,
Genos
cracked.
focused arc, because throughout the series he's been building himself up, and now he's at a point where he's finally fucking strong.
Let me put the
Nah.
overgrown rover and Saitama image up on screen. I thought that shit was funny when they said like the new strongest member of the Blizzard group is fucking dog. Bum ass
Didn't-
squad.
Didn't the dog thing like fuck up Garo in early days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That shit was so funny. It was like an off-screen fight. He'd go around beating up every hero and then just
that
like
was I'm
waddles
pretty
away,
sure,
going, "Oh my god, he was so far above me." Okay.
Besides the fight with Bang, where he was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die," like Rover shot a blast at Garo, and the blast, like he just saw like the word death, and like he saw his fucking life flash before his eyes, and the only reason he survived is because his body adapted to it, and he can revive himself.
Of course he can.
Yep, fighting spirit.
That's what One Punch Man anime is all about. It's that fighting spirit.
But I fucking listen, Metal Bat. That is my goat.
You know,
Wait, he's the
question.
Ryu Ishiguri looking dude, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
Yo,
he was
Ty,
cool.
how many chapters do you think, on the note of like One Piece, how many chapters do you think Zoro versus Mihawk is gonna be?
Bro.
If it's not at least, sorry, you say. I'm just go on.
No, go.
Oh, bro, I was gonna say, like, I need at least 5 chapters from that initial like.
I was
contact-
thinking
what I
more
want.
like 10.
Bro, 10's fine by me, bro. I don't give a
Bro,
fuck.
this is my most anticipated. This and like Shanks versus Blackbeard.
Honestly, yeah.
Like these are the two most built up like fights within the series that are bound to happen. And like,
Yep.
I guess Luffy versus Akainu, but I don't know when the fuck that's happening.
I also,
Right
like,
now, it might not. I don't think it's gonna go well.
I also just, I feel like I can be very happy with One Piece never seeing that fight as well. Like, I don't know. I get it, it's cool, but Shanks, Mihawk, Blackbeard, and
Yeah, because
fucking
listen,
Zoro
the
is just-
Shanks and Blackbeard beef has been. It's probably the longest beef in like the series right now.
But Ted is a fictional character.
That shit has been going on for over decades.
Bro, the like scars, the whole scars on his face thing, like
Mhm.
the setup for that. It's just it's so good.
Who do you
And I
think's gonna
need to
win?
I need
probably
to see
Blackbeard.
what happened in that initial encounter. I need to see an encounter now. I need to see Mihawk do
I feel
something.
like what happened was, I definitely think it was like he was caught lacking. He would have to be.
Bro, 100%. You're telling
you
me
think Shanks is
you're
gonna
telling me
win?
you think young Blackbeard with like max young Blackbeard with no fruit? You think he was like stronger than Mihawk? Hell no,
Exactly,
bro.
bro.
Hell
Are
no.
we really like this? Is oh my god! I hate the motherfuckers that like try to use it. And then for me, my main debunk to that is just like, okay, well, Ace and Blackbeard are just relative in their fight, right? And obviously Blackbeard's way stronger at that point. And Ace,
Yep.
like, he fought Whitebeard for 100 days. In between those 100 days, he was getting stronger and stronger, and Whitebeard was dying and keeling over, and Whitebeard still one-shotted him.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna change the title of the stream too. Jujutsu Kaisen Epilogue plus One Punch Man plus One Piece, because we are way out. We are so out of whatever the fuck I planned for
There
this
is
stream.
no topic here. We're
Yeah,
just
there
here to
is.
vibe.
Don't worry, yeah, we're just chatting.
That's basically what it is.
How long you been live for? Oh, damn.
2 hours. Yeah, we're probably gonna start down here.
Nice. I went live for 3 yesterday.
That's the longest one you ever had.
I need to stream. I'll do it soon. I promise.
You definitely should.
I did a top 25 strongest in One Piece.
Do you know what? I need to do a tier list stream. Tier list always
Bro,
always
they
good content.
bro, for One Piece, bro, the time goes by so fast.
Yep. I low-key want to do a One Piece one actually, because I'm like, A, not too fussed about power scaling. B, my like memory of previous One Piece, because I only caught up to that shit like a few months ago. I don't know enough. Don't remember a lot. So watching me try and pull together a power scaling tier list for One Piece could be so funny.
It'll be hilarious.
I definitely need to do that.
All right, guys. I think
Should
we're
do one
ready
for
to advance.
Jujutsu.
But
All right, no worries.
Thank everybody. Thank you to everyone who showed up. We've been streaming for like 2 hours, and we're so off topic that we're vibing at this point. So it's probably gonna be a very odd stream for anybody who comes along and like happens to rewatch this. But thank you everybody who donated. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank all of you for making it so I don't have to talk as much.
No worries.
Because I
Man.
only brought one water bottle here, so you saved me a lot of time. Alright guys, take it easy.